Hey, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan doing a relatively rare earlier in the day for me live stream. Right now, as I utter these words, it is 2:57 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's just call it 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It should come on like 4 or 5 hours later than now typically. So hopefully I'll get some old timers, people who watch most of my live streams. But I'm hoping to get a few people that are usually asleep when I live stream. Maybe you're in Asia, maybe you're in Europe. So let me know if I'm getting any late night Europeans right now, because yeah, you could still be up right now. It's probably like 11 or maybe midnight or so. So hopefully you can catch one of these rare early live streams with me here. So we got Purple Paint. You are the first to join us. Thank you, Purple Paint. And Michelle, hello to you, Michelle. And Fat Vegan, hey, good to see you again. Dried Mango, we got to finish our collaboration, Dried Mango. Remind me, who's got the ball in their court now? Is it me or is it you? I want to finish what we started there because we're working on an interesting video calculating how long it'll take to say maybe get half of America vegan. Hey, Heartedly Tin Man Adonis, good to see you. And Spooky Bucha, hey, I don't remember you, so if you're new, welcome. Vegan Pajamas, cool name. Eddie name, thoughts on reverse osmosis water? Yeah, I have a water filtration system here. I forgot how many stages, 5 or 7 or something like that. And it does reverse osmosis amongst other things. Yeah, I like that. I like removing as many stupid things that are in the water, especially here in the United States. I know in other parts of the world you guys aren't stupid and don't put in like chlorine or chloramine as put in here, fluoride and just other stupid things that don't need to be in the water. They don't make you healthy. They don't make your plants healthy, or they're not, it's just dumb that they're in there. So yeah, I preferred filtered water, and I drink that like 99% of the time. Let's see, Winter Moon, Germany. Yes, thank you. I was hoping to get some of you Europeans today. That's why I tried to come on a little early. I was kind of debating, should I work on a video tonight and live stream in the day? I said, no, I'm going to come on. I'm going to live stream now, which is rare. Sun's out. I'm going to live stream today, try to get some of the Europeans and say hello to you guys. Because I promise you, I haven't forgotten you. Just kind of that's how it works in my workflow. I usually work on videos in the day and live stream at night when I live stream. South of Florida. Okay, not quite Europe, but cool. I know you're further east than I am, so it's later for you out there. Johnny Bravo, Florida too, right? Cool. Yeah, hit like. Thank you, Fat Vegan. Click a thumb up to let YouTube know to suggest this live stream to others who are in YouTube land, to other vegans or just people who might be curious what it's like to be a vegan. They can ask you, they can ask me what it's like. The reason I put my title 10-year vegan, because I've told you guys before, I know I went vegan in 2010. I didn't write the exact day down, but I knew it was in this time of the year, October, could have been early November, but I didn't write it down, so I'm gonna just call it this month 10-year vegan. I don't know, I can't say what day, but I'm 10 years vegan now. I'll make a more extensive video about it soon. Maybe that's what I'll work on tonight. I don't have an exact topic yet. So anyway, I want to let you guys know too, if there's anything that you'd like me to respond to, an article you saw in the news, some YouTuber or some channel making a video about veganism that you thought was not the best representation, the most accurate, I should say, let me know. UK, did I see you there, Natalie? UK? Yeah, anyway, good. I'm glad that it worked, that I got you Europeans here and people in the United States here too, like Florida and Chicago and all else. Cool. Adrian Franklin, do I take vitamin B12? And if so, how much and how often? Really good question. My first 5 years or so as a vegan, I took no B12. And some of you guys might think that's irresponsible, and you could be right about that, but I was getting my blood tested regularly, as I still am now, like every 12 to 18 months. And my B12 levels were fine back then, like 400-ish, something like that. You want to be above 200 for sure, and it's best to be above 300 or 400 as well. Anyway, long story short, I started supplementing 5 years into my veganism. Figured why not? It's cheap, it's safe, it's non-toxic. There's no drawbacks, So Yeah, and as a consequence, my B12 levels shot up. They're like over 1,000 now. They're like in the top 1% of North Americans. So now all I really do for B12 is I stopped taking it. Was a sublingual supplement. I bought it off Amazon. You can get anyone. I got them at stores before too. But now what I'm doing for B12 guys is simply I'm just continuing to take the wrong tab here, guys. Hang on one second. Yeah, now all I'm doing is this Clean Machine Green Protein, which I'll send you the link here. I got it because it's a whole food plant. It sounds like some kind of like scary, spooky, like isolated protein thing for lifters. And lifters do take this. The founder of the company is a vegan, and he's also a bodybuilder, a longtime bodybuilder. But anyway, it's a whole food plant and it happens to have 3 forms of bioavailable B12. They discovered that last year. I mean, I've been taking this longer, but it's a new discovery. They didn't bother to analyze it for B12 because no one thought it would be in it. But sure enough, 3 forms of bioavailable B12. So since that discovery was made, I backed off on my sublingual spray, and I'm just taking this stuff right now. And we actually have a code if you want to use it. I just put the link there. It's code Happy Vegan. I'm trying to type it right now. Happy Vegan at Clean Machine Online. You'll save like 10%. I'll get a small affiliate commission, but that's not why I'm promoting it. I reached out to them. They gave it to me. And I contacted them like a few months later and finally tried it. This stuff's awesome. I loved it as like a post-workout addition to my smoothie, and now I'm loving it because of all the great nutrients in there. It's got ALA, DHA, not DHA. It's got omega-3s in the form of ALA, and it's just got tons of vitamins and nutrients. I put the link to the website. Check it out. It has all the nutrition info on there. So good question there. Vegan Lindsay, 9.5-year vegan too. Awesome. Right on. You're just right there with me. Decade-ish vegans representing here. Spooky. Yeah, I've heard of Vivalife protein. I've never used it or seen it myself. I mean, I've seen it at like events, but I've never actually tasted it. But yeah, I'm sure that's a fine one too. That's a vegan one too, from everything I know. So yeah, I'm just promoting the one I actually use and know. I've been using it now for maybe like a year and a half. But I tell you what I like about it, it's more than just the protein. It has an amino acid profile really similar to that of whey, but it's not whey. It all comes from a plant, duckweed, and some pea protein mixed in. But it's primarily from duckweed. It's just a whole food plant that has tons of great nutrients in it. So anyway, yeah. James Johnston, my thoughts on refined sugar. Yeah, for sure. You can come to our house here. We don't have any bags of sugar or sugar granules or anything like that. So we just don't like it. I don't like sugary stuff like soda, pop or whatever. That being said, I'm sure when I go out to restaurants, there might be sugary things if I order a juice or something like that. So my whole thing is I prefer whole food plants. That's my preference. After trying different things throughout the many years of me being a 10-year vegan here, that's my preference. That's what I feel best on mentally, physically. So yeah, refined sugar goes against that. But like I said, I'm not philosophically or nutritionally completely opposed to it. If it pops up in some foods, fine, that's cool. But like day in and day out, no, we don't put sugar in our stuff. I'll sweeten things with like agave nectar, maple syrup, but not sugar. Hey, Jamit, what's up? First super chat tip of the day there. Jamit, thank you. And yeah, if anyone wants to make sure they get a comment right in my face, you can always leave a super chat tip there, as Jamit just did right here. Big love. I'm totally loaded up. Hopefully loaded up on some good stuff. Yeah, Johnny, you don't have to get your any extra protein from your food. I just found it actually kind of helpful for me personally. I have a kind of a unique situation compared to you. I'm a 6'4.5", 50-odd-year-old person. So when you're older, your protein requirements are greater than when you're younger, like in your 20s. And when you're a bigger person like me, you need more calories and more of all the macros. So I figured getting an extra 10 to 20 grams of protein, which is what I get from when I use my Clean Machine Green Protein, just a half scoop to a scoop, really isn't going to be a bad thing. And in fact, I found it probably good to get my macronutrient ratio a little bit better, because I tell you, I'm a big guy. It's really hard to get a lot of protein. Not to say I need a lot, but just what my body needs for my age and what I'm doing exercise now, what I have been doing, I should say, for the past couple of years. When I was a runner, I didn't really care as much about that. It's really not an issue. You're getting plenty. But now that I'm training differently, have different athletic requirements, like I said, extra 10, 15 grams of protein, 20 grams, it really, is not hurting my results. Let's see, Jay Brewster, you are in Southwest Arizona, right on. Yeah, just next state over. Hey, oh no, Antonio, what up? Saw someone ask earlier, do I play video games? Not a whole lot. Not that I'm against them. I just don't have any that I'm really into right now. In the past, some of my favorites, I'm kind of old school, like, Diablo 2 and Diablo, the first two Diablos actually. The World of Warcraft, the massive multiplayer online role-playing game, that one got expensive at like $10-15 a month for two of us. We have an old PlayStation 3 here. We fire up sometimes, but if you have any good games that I can play, I don't have a PC, just letting you know, so that's my limitation. Macs, iOS, PlayStation 3, that's what I got. I was thinking about getting the Nintendo Switch a few months ago, but last time I checked a few months ago, they were pretty much completely unavailable. So I kind of got off that track I was on and kind of just moved on to other interests in life. So anyway, what is going on here? Hey, Vegco, what is up? Hey, Kika, you liking my new hair here? Let me show you. It's not really new hair, but I just kind of have it back. Check it out here. I just got, just kind of put it back in a little man bun and just left little bits down. This is how I often will go to like the gym, or if I go out and to the basketball or tennis courts or even running, I'll put it back like this so it doesn't get in my face when I'm moving. It sucks. You're trying to dribble and shoot and all this hair hanging in your face. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Llama, yeah, totally. Following a vegan diet doesn't necessarily mean someone's eating healthy. 100%. A vegan diet, being vegan is a moral philosophy, an ethical stance. It doesn't mean you're eating healthy. You can eat really healthy as a vegan, and you can eat like crap as a vegan. You could just eat Oreos and French fries every day, or just mono on one food, whether, how good of a food that is or not. Just like as a non-vegan, you can eat quite healthy, or you can eat a bunch of processed crap. So yeah, vegan is not a health food diet. It's not a weight loss diet. It can be. It could also be a weight gain diet if you're underweight or overeating. It's a moral, ethical stance. But yeah, it can be healthy, but there's nothing necessary about that. That's why I get upset when you see like former YouTubers, or you see people to meet. I tried a vegan diet and I quit. Like, what were you eating? Were you eating healthily? It just means you weren't eating animal products. So there's nothing inherently necessarily healthy about that. You have to work to make it healthy. And working is a strong word. You just have to make the right choices. So anyway, good question there, Llama. Thanks for asking that one there. Hey, Wujita, what is up? Good to see you. James, have I seen any of Joey's street activism recently? I don't think I've seen a Joey Carbstrong video in about a month or two. Is anything different now? From like, say, how he had been doing it up until a month or two ago. Yeah, I support his work. I like how him and Ed will try to challenge people on their assumptions, their beliefs, and just try to point out to them how it's completely unnecessary to kill animals needlessly for food when you just eat plants and live a healthy life and not kill animals daily for your survival. So yeah, I like what they're doing, unless they're doing something really weird now. Let me know if they're going out and hitting people with sticks and hey, you should be vegan. I don't think they're doing that. I'm just saying, I haven't watched either any of their street activism videos for maybe, like I said, a couple months now. I watch their channels, but I don't watch every video, obviously. Edward, I don't know what that is, Eduardo. Let's see what else you guys asking here. Yeah, let's get some good questions here. Spooky. How do I feel about the Green Party? Yeah, I'd voted for Jill Stein in the past. Some people tend to vote or shame for supporting them, but I think they're the best party for the planet. I mean, yeah, their platform is a good platform. I never put it up side by side with, like, say, AOC's new Green New Deal, or is it new? Anyway, I think this election, though, is different than all others. Like 2016, I voted Green. I knew my state was completely not in play as far as the presidential race went, so I voted Green to just try to get a third party onto the ballot. This year, I don't want to take any chances, so I'm definitely not going to vote for them. No fault of their own, just strictly because of the current situation that we find ourselves here in the United States. You guys out in Europe know what I'm talking about, right? You guys don't look at us here in the highest esteem as you may have used to in the past. You know, not to say you looked up to us and worshiped us or anything, but I know how our perception has fallen in the world. So anyway, is that the real VD there? I really want to know if that's the real VD there. If so, we have some questions for the real VD. Can someone verify if that's the real VD or not? One, I am not. I personally don't know of any vegan cookbooks in Spanish that I can vouch for. But if any of you guys here in the comments can suggest one to Juan here, that'd be awesome. Let's see, what do you think there, James, about Joey Carbstrong's approach? I just really think Joey's approach is his approach is effective. He had one where he was giving out dog meat samples. Yeah, was very, very interesting to see people's reactions. Yeah, there's a good thing to show people, like, oh, you're into meat? Yeah, well, here's some dog meat. Like, whoa, like, how is that any different? I mean, it's an animal, it's a sentient being. Just society has said, hey, these animals we don't eat. Well, these animals, have at it, eat them all you want all day. So it just awaken them. There's really no moral difference between eating one animal type versus another type. Is that the real VD? Can someone click on their thing and follow it to see if this is the real VD or not? Because if so, we can have a great discussion and talk about how I'm going bald as a 53-year-old vegan. I would love to talk more about that. So first, let's see if someone can verify the authenticity of the account here. Let's see. Anyone helping me out here? All right, VD. So let's talk about how I'm going bald. You made a video about how I'm losing hair and going bald as a vegan. Let's talk a little bit about that, because how come you didn't make a video about how, say, Joe Rogan or Sean Baker, who are my age, we're all born in 1967, how come their diets aren't responsible for Joe being as bald as a bowling ball or Baker having extremely thin hair? How come me here? And I'll take my hair out here, take it out of my ponytail. Look at this. Look at this. How come you made a video about me going bald as a vegan? You're saying, look, Ryan's losing his hair and it's his vegan diet. You didn't make a video about Sean Baker having extremely thin hair or Joe Rogan not having had a lick of hair for decades. How come I'm the one that's held accountable to have thick, luscious hair that young women in their 20s should aspire to? When was the last time you ever heard a female in her teens or 20s say, hey, I want to have that lush hair that this 52-year-old man has? Please explain that. How come I'm the one that has to have like crazy big thick hair and Joe and Sean could be bald? Please explain that. How come, and I'm saying, how come in my case it's my diet and in their case they get off scot-free? So we will see what kind of answer comes from that. As we're waiting, let's show off my hair. All right, let's show off my hair a little bit here. You know, I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just showing you what I got. Let's see here. Let's see if some of you guys, if you saw a 53-year-old guy with a head of hair like this, would you make a video about how a vegan diet is causing him to lose his hair? Would any of you guys have any, don't pretend I'm not me, pretend you don't have any emotional liking for me or anything, just objectively, pretend you never saw me until this very moment and you saw this head of hair. Would you ever get the idea, hey, I'm gonna make a video how this guy is losing his hair and it's his vegan diet that is responsible for his hair loss? Thanks for the hair compliments. I'm not fishing. I'm just saying, would any of you ever even have that idea, seeing this hair and knowing that this guy's in his 50s, 53, and think, wow, I'm gonna make a video about vegan hair loss. How if you go vegan, you'll lose your hair because this 53-year-old man has all this freaking hair. See, I don't think any reasonable, rational person would think that, because look at all this crap here. I mean, I have to ask Angie, I beg her, like, hey, cut my hair. She goes, we just cut it. I go, that was like 6 weeks ago. It grows so freaking fast. I need my hair cut again. So I'm saying is, no reasonable, rational person would look at this head of hair on a guy in his 50s and make a video, a serious video trying to convince people not to go vegan because this 53-year-old man is losing his hair. So if no reasonable, rational person would do that, the only kind of person that would do that is either someone who's unreasonable, non-rational, or B, someone who has an agenda, an axe to grind, some kind of propaganda to promote to followers and just make crap up, like what we just saw, that hit piece about my hair, you know? So I see Nancy saying it saved your hair. Huh, I'm not seeing. Yeah, vegan deterioration. That's what I said. Hair is genetic. The reason, I made this really clear in my response video, the only reason I have a bunch of hair and Sean and Joe don't, it has nothing to do with our diets. 0%. Now you admit it. How come you didn't say this in your video? Why don't you talk about genetics then? It has 0%. I'm not saying I'm vegan and this is why I have all this freaking hair. I never made that claim ever in my entire life. So don't try to make some response video saying that. I'm saying it's genetics. Therefore, it's absolutely irresponsible, foolish to present misinformation about how eating a bunch of plants is responsible for hair loss. I mean, it's genetic, especially since I don't have hair loss compared to Joe and Sean. Yeah, I'm glad you admitted it. It's genetic. It has nothing to do with our diets. But how come you didn't make a video about Joe Rogan's hair loss or Sean Baker's hair loss? Why did you single me out, a man in his 50s, for losing hair? I'm just curious, how come I'm the one that has to get a dumb video made about hair loss? And those guys can walk around bald or with super thin hair. Totally cool. Diet had nothing to do with it, you know? Show us your thyroid? I wish I could, huh? Hair loss is down to genetics. I never said anything like, hey, look at me, I'm better than Joe and Sean because my diet's better, I have all this hair. I never said it's genetics. I have fortunate genetics as far as hair goes, and I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful. Yeah, where is Race today, huh? Where is old Race Lover? He'll probably pop up in a sec, hopefully. Aura, yeah, me and Chris the vegan zombie rock the hair length. And you know, VD, are you here? Because Chris vegan zombie, he's in his 40s. He's an old fart, right? I'm an old fart. I'm in my 50s. His hair is like 3 times the length as mine, and he's been vegan for like 20 plus years. What, 23, 4 years? I mean, he should have made a video about vegan zombies, amazing long hair for a 20 plus year vegan in his 40s. But no, you make a stupid video about me going bald from being vegan, you know? I don't think it's really VD. I think someone's just having fun with me, but I'll take the bait. I'll roll with it. You know, what the hell? I'm here to have a good time with you guys, and you know, just calling out this nonsense for me is kind of my definition of having a good time. Alex, you said your boyfriend still eats meat, and the constant argument that pops up is, how can he eat plants if plants are alive too? I mean, how can he eat plants if they're alive too? I'm sure he eats plants too, right? I mean, is he only eat meat? He never has broccoli or potatoes or fruit. I mean, he's already eating plants. So, I mean, I just want to get that aside. He's already eating plants. Yeah, sure, plants are alive. Human nutrition requires eating organic living things. We just can't survive eating rocks and whatever. You have to eat living things. That said, plants are not sentient beings. They don't have brains. They don't have central nervous systems. They don't have consciousness. They can't experience pleasure or embarrassment or love or anger. They don't have the hardware to do that. Yeah, they're alive, of course, but if your boyfriend thinks, I've seen this argument 100 times. Some people say, yeah, plants are alive, animals are alive, so it's morally equivalent to eat the two. And like, no, here's a good example. Ask your boyfriend if he's just out in the street and he's hungry, not a life-threatening hunger, but just a little hungry, wants a little snack, and he sees two things. He sees a mango tree with a ripened mango that's fallen to the ground, and he sees a goat. Which, I mean, is it morally equivalent to just pick up the mango and eat it, or track down the goat, slit its throat, and watch it bleed, and just to have a snack? He knows very darn well the completely different situations. It's immoral to slaughter a goat or an animal to have a snack. There's plants you can eat. So yeah, he didn't have to kill the plant, is what I'm pointing out too. The mango tree still continues to exist after you eat its fruit, especially the ripened fruit. You didn't kill the fruit. It's coming from the living tree. Nothing is dead. So it's just a ridiculous argument. Yeah, plants are alive. They're not sentient. They don't experience pleasure, pain, anger, embarrassment. They're plants. They're alive. They can orientate themselves to the sun. They have some sort of awareness, non-cognitive kind of awareness. But yeah, they are alive indeed, unless we're eating rocks, and that's not what vegans eat. So anyway, good question there. Already vegan. Yes, let's go back to the earlier topic. Warning everyone, if you eat plants, you will go bald. Right, VD? When humans are hungry, they will go for the goat over the fruit. I mean, maybe some humans, maybe ones who are hell-bent on watching an animal bleed out on the street in front of everyone, who's going to find it gross and probably call the police on you because it's an illegal and immoral act in most countries. If you just pick up a mango or a fallen banana or whatever and eat that, an apple, that's totally fine and normal. I don't think an average person, I said not in a life-threatening situation, just experiencing normal everyday hunger, and found some fallen mangoes on the ground next to a mango tree, perfectly ripe fruit, or found a goat or two, would go and kill the goat. I mean, some would, but I think you're average, far beyond the 50% tile. Like 98% of people would not bother or dare kill an animal because it's pointless. You just have some fruit. Hey, Kirsten Slater. Seeing more people here. Right on. Fruit for the win. Yeah, nothing dies when you eat fruit. The fruit tree continues to exist. You didn't harm the fruit or anything like that. That's its reproductive organs. In fact, that's how it all works. Fruit depends on creatures eating the plant, spreading the seed. We're part of the plan there. Goats, we're not part of their plan. Killing a goat is not part of their plan. Goats don't need us to kill them to perpetuate the lineage of their family or anything like that. Anyway. Hey, Ella. Yeah, we're doing all right here as best as we can, I guess, Yeah, if plants are really alive and feel pain, as Jonathan pointed out there, yeah, mowing your lawn would be some kind of genocide. You see, it's funny, I point this out all the time, that when you find people arguing for plant rights, plant activists, as I like to call them, they're hardcore meat eaters. They're just trying to find a way to mentally justify, using some crazy mental gymnastics, to justify that they're killing animals is somehow morally equivalent to killing plants. I mean, they seem to have no problem eating plants. They have no problem having their lawn mowed, but it's only the context of defending killing animals for food. So anyway, Tweety, you tried Karma nuts today? I have Karma nuts. I have a lot of Karma nuts here, so I've been eating tons of Karma nuts for the past few months. Yeah, they're my favorite nuts for sure. Let's see, what else? You guys have any questions here? Yeah, Vegeta, something is either sentient or not. I can tell you right now, I am sentient. And this hair band that I just took out of my hair for VD and all you guys that was holding my hair back, this is not sentient. And my microphone, not sentient. And the bananas I ate earlier today, not sentient. And the lentine that I had in my smoothie today too, this stuff here, not sentient. Has no brain or central nervous system, unable to have consciousness or idle thoughts or anything like that. Not sentient. Alive, it was alive, but it's not sentient. Huge difference. Being alive doesn't mean sentient. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about there. Someone who does drugs looks like a fruitarian. It depends, you know. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, how does that make any sense? I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about there. Anyway, how is that a weak argument, Bobby? This is not sentient. This is not sentient. My bananas are not sentient. My bananas are not able to experience consciousness, have idle thoughts. They can't have embarrassment or anger or fear or frustration. You know, things that animals can experience. Animals want to live. They don't want to be killed. Bananas, they're the reproductive organs of plants, or fruits are reproductive organs of plants. So you don't like that one. Okay, you wanted something else. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Anyway. And Jonathan raises a good point. Vegans, in a sense, are plant activists, because if you are vegan and more people are vegan, few plants would have to die, because the vast majority of plants grown on this planet are not fed to vegans. They're not even fed to humans. They are fed to livestock as livestock feed. So if we didn't have all these livestock that needed to be fed plants, grains, there'd be less plant killing. So it's just a win-win-win on all levels to go vegan. If you're truly concerned about plants not dying, you should go vegan, so they're not going to feed all those animals all those plants. Because there are 80 billion animals raised for slaughter every year compared to 8 billion humans. It'd be a lot less plant killing. Oh man, my lava lamp, definitely sentient. If it were, it would be on right now. I forgot to turn the lava lamp on. Bummer. So anyway, hang on, let me get a little water here. I want to stay hydrated throughout this live stream experience. Yeah, Donna, you totally got it right there. People are so far removed from the reality of eating meat. Buying chicken nuggets from a store doesn't equate to dead animal in most people's heads. That's why when VD said most people, when given the choice, would, if given the choice between eating plants and eating an animal, would choose an animal. Yeah, if it's packaged up in the supermarket in the form of fast food chicken and nuggets. My example was very clear. If you're out in the street and you're kind of hungry, not life-threatening, and you see some ripened fruit on a tree or just falling off a tree, either way, and you see a goat, I mean, how many people say, you know, I'm a little hungry right now. I'm not going to just eat that fruit. I'm going to just grab a little snack by killing this goat here. I'm going to slit its throat, let it bleed out in the street for everyone in the neighborhood to see, and then cook it up. I mean, you're not going to do that. You'll probably get arrested for something. Anyway, just pointing out how it's not morally equivalent to kill an animal that was alive a second ago when you just go eat some fruit or whatever, eat some plants. It's not morally equivalent. You really think it's the same morality to eat a piece of lettuce or a fruit or versus killing a living being, like living mammal. So anyway, what would a ex-vegan wake up to? Yes, please tell me, VD, what should I wake up to? Because I've been vegan now 10 years. I'm much older than you. Vegan much longer than you. what am I going to wake up to and when? Because when I was vegan 5 years, I had anti-vegans back then tell me, just wait a few more years. Well, I've doubled it now. So what's going to happen? Do I need to wait till I'm 20 years vegan, like Chris Zombie, Vegan Zombie? They were telling him the same thing. Like, he's 20 years. When's he going to have to wake up? 30 years or like 50 years when we're all like old and dying because we're old? I mean, what's supposed to happen? Please tell me, VD, what is supposed to happen to me? And why hasn't happened yet? And when's it going to happen? How come I don't have vegan brain fog? I don't have my teeth falling out, my hair falling out. I only have wrinkles like this when I do this. Are you watching right now, VD? Let me get some good frames for you, okay? Are you watching? Okay, freeze this for your next video. All right, you got that? I'll have my eyes open. You got this? I'll make a video about why I look like this because I'm vegan. Right now I look like this. See, a second later I look like a normal, relatively normal human being. But just like this, I can go like that and give you a good frame. So make up a good video about, oh, look at Ryan here. He's vegan 10 years and look, he can't even keep his eyes open. He's got crinkles all over his face. Then you can show a frame of me 2 seconds later where I look absolutely normal again. So have at it. There's some good feed fodder, whatever it's called. Have at it. I gave you some freeze frames. That'll keep you busy for what? How many months? So anyway, so I'm waiting to see what these horrible things are going to happen to me. Okay. Animal products are necessary for health and cholesterol is needed for proper brain function. VD, are you not aware that human bodies produce cholesterol naturally? It's not an essential vitamin or mineral or anything like that. It's not, human body makes it. Secondly, if you really wanted to increase your body's cholesterol, for whatever reasons, your brain or what have you, you don't need to eat meat. You can go and eat saturated fat like I did on my blood test from 2 years ago when my cholesterol, my LDL shot up to 120. And that was the highest I've seen it before. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was eating some ice creams and products that had coconut oil, which were high in saturated fat. I pulled them out of my diet and the LDL went back down. My total cholesterol for a vegan is still kind of high. Like Dr. Esselstyn and them say, try to get it under 150. And I've never been able to get my total cholesterol below like 160, 170, somewhere right in there. It just seems to be my genetic limit. No matter how clean of a diet I'm eating, I've never been able to do that. So you can still have higher cholesterol in a vegan diet. If you really believe that is so healthy for you, eat a lot of saturated fat, coconut products. It's not that hard. You don't have to eat dead animals. If you truly want to have you can have super high cholesterol as a vegan. It'd be higher than what your horrible blood tests were that you showed a few months ago. Just eat a bunch of saturated fat, coconut oil products. It's easy. So easy. So don't please tell people you need cholesterol and you need to eat animals to get it. First of all, you don't need it. Your body produces it. Secondly, you can eat saturated fat products, which is really easy. A lot of vegan processed foods like ice cream have coconut oil. They're coconut milk based. It's really easy. So if you can explain to me why I would need to eat a dead animal, if I say you, for whatever reason, you really want to raise your cholesterol, why would you need to eat a dead animal when you do what I did, have saturated fat, coconut oil, coconut milk? Please tell me why. I'm not seeing a response for any of the questions I posed there. So anyway, it's all good. It's all good. We're having fun here. So I have about 100 viewers on right now. I usually, it's a little light. Last time I had like 200. This is like where I say it's hard for me to keep track of all your comments here in the live chat. So if I'm missing stuff, you could ask it again, or if you really want to get in my face or just express some gratitude, you can hit the super chat button there and we'll see it for sure. All right. So anyway, okay, still no response as to what's going to happen to me and when as a 10-year vegan, 53-year-old vegan, hasn't failed, and no response yet why you just can't have coconut or milk or oil or some kind of high saturated fat containing non-animal food, plant food, if you really truly believe high cholesterol is what you want to achieve. So anyway, let's see what else is going on. Okay, now you're saying it's not just the cholesterol, it's the fat soluble vitamins. Okay, well, so if I'm not getting these fat soluble vitamins, how come when I go and get my blood tests, I'm not deficient in anything? And not only do the blood tests reflect that I'm healthy and not lacking in anything, everything else about my life. I have clear thinking, I have athletic skills that are beyond most people that are 53. I'm not saying I'm a super athlete or anything. I'm just saying if I were so deteriorated and rotting and malnourished, I shouldn't be able to like do much, but I can do a hell of a lot more than most people that are my age. Yeah, and sure, there's people that are way more skilled and athletic than I am at my age. I'm not trying to qualify for the Olympics or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm not malnourished and falling apart. So obviously I'm not missing anything. In fact, I know of absolutely no nutrient that's in animal fats that I cannot obtain through plants. So please tell me, be really specific. What am I deficient in? What what are the signs? Hey, Race, we apparently, I think we might have vegan or VD, you know, the VD channel here. Can you click her face here when, or whatever, her avatar icon when it shows up and follow through to see if it's actually VD? Because this is cool. I never thought VD would show up here. Hey, Plant Patrol, thank you for the guitar string fund. I need some. I just bought a whole bunch of picks from Amazon the other day, and I do need some more strings. So thank you so much there, Plant Patrol. Thank you. You actually are our second super chat tip of the day. I said that's a great way to get a question in my face, or if you just want to express some love or gratitude there, be my guest there. Thank you so much, Plant Patrol. Much appreciated. Want people to know, like VD, we're not a huge, big YouTube channel or anything like that. You know, we're just scrapping by, you know, we're not like, you know, getting rich off YouTube. We're doing this because unlike maybe VD, this is what we're passionate about. You know, been 10 years vegan now. Absolutely nothing but positive experiences other than dealing with trolls and haters. But yeah, I've put up, who else? Name any anti-vegan that has, for the past 8 years, you know, my channel's 7 years old, but I got my first blood test in 2012, 2 years into being a vegan. How many people have a consistent history of putting their blood tests up for all to see for the past 8 years? In fact, I go beyond that. I went back to a blood test I got before I went vegan, like in 1999, and my blood tests are better now. How many people are healthier in their 50s than they were in their 30s? Please tell me how that can possibly be, VD. I mean, how can it be more physically fit, healthier, any objective measure? I mean, you're saying this vegan diet is going to like deteriorate me and rot me and ruin me. How come it's not happening yet? You're saying, well, wait and see. Yeah, one day I'll become really old and I'll pass on from natural causes or something like that, but it's not happening anytime soon. You know, it's just a fantasy that I'm falling apart. Anyway, thanks so much for that. Appreciate the super chat tip there, Plant Patrol. Okay, Race, well, keep an eye for the comments, and yeah, if you could vouch for the autistic. Good to see you, Race. Yeah, you're the first and only moderator. I think Tracy's becoming too busy to moderate most of the time. You know, she's busy teaching. You know, school's back in session and all. Josh, the vegan truck driver. See, you could be a vegan and do hardcore activity like truck driving, which I know is a really endurance activity. I almost called it a sport. Let's see, Tweety, you're also a lot healthier. No more migraines after ditching dairy. See, VD thinks she's justified because she has some people emailing her or messaging her saying, hey, I was vegan and it didn't work for me, so therefore veganism is flawed and horrible. It's like, no, there's like someone asked me earlier in the live stream here, is there any necessary connection between being vegan and eating healthy? And my answer was quickly, no, absolutely not. Veganism at its core is not a diet. They don't say, here's the vegan diet, here's what you should eat. No, it's a moral philosophy. So you could eat anything you want. You could be a junk food vegan if you want and still be vegan. You could just eat Oreos all day. You could eat French fries all day. You can if you want, then you're vegan. So a lot of people, I'm not saying that's what all these failed vegans were doing. I'm just saying they were probably doing it in such a way that wasn't really the wisest way to do it. In such a way that absolutely you can find pretty much no vegan medical doctor or nutritionist saying, hey, this is a good, healthy way to be vegan. As there's many healthy ways to be vegan, and there's way more non-healthy ways to be vegan. And pretty much all these people that said they failed at a vegan were doing something silly. They're eating like raw food all day for like 5 years or 2 too much like raw till whatever, drinking, like just fasting or juicing or whatever have you. Nothing that you see any actual vegan medical doctor saying, hey, here is a healthy, balanced, whole food, plant-based diet that's not restrictive or anything like that. Because a lot of these diets that I just referred to there, if it's working for you, awesome. But in the overall scheme of things, they tend to be a little bit on the restrictive side. And I want to keep veganism to be non-restrictive. Don't eliminate perfectly healthy food groups, like say potatoes or steamed broccoli or legumes. There's no study out there that says if you eat potatoes and legumes, you're gonna get sick or die. Yeah, Nancy, I love to post my blood tests. I'm crazy. I love going to the doctor and getting my blood test. I think he sees it in my eyes. Like most people hate getting their blood tests. I love it. I just love to go and get my blood test. And I love showing my doctor, who's much younger than me. He's always impressed when I come in. I see it in his eye. He kind of looks at me like I'm like a physical specimen, for my age, my physique, my blood test results, my energy. Yeah, VD, I agree with you. Veganism does not work for everyone for a variety of reasons. It might not work for you if you have a bunch of friends who are criticizing you and making fun of you for being vegan. The social aspects of being vegan can be extremely challenging. In fact, it's one of the top reasons why people quit being vegan. Another reason it doesn't work for everyone, VD, is like I said, they were doing it in some stupid way. They're following some crazy way of being vegan that's not recommended by any vegan health professional that I know of. Like they think they know better. Like say I want to just eat raw food for 10 years or fast 30 days all the time or whatever. I mean, or just like, avoiding cooked foods, silly things like that. Just eating juice and kale or something like. There's many ways to be vegan that does not work for you. Yeah, I agree 100%. That's why it requires a little bit of knowledge. Just like being an omnivore requires a little bit of knowledge. If you're just eating at McDonald's every day, watch Super Size Me to see how that works out for you. If you're doing something that's not recommended by doctors, I know of no medical doctor, vegan or otherwise, that recommends that humans get all their meals from McDonald's, all their meals, every bit of nutrition comes from McDonald's. It wrecked that poor guy's health, Morgan Spurlock. Same thing. If you're doing veganism in a way that no medical doctor, no vegan medical doctor would recommend, yeah, you're probably going to have some bad times. It makes sense, right? It's true for non-vegans, it's true for vegans, but VD will just pick on the vegans who failed. Well, how many non-vegans have failed? Like say Morgan Spurlock and Super Size Me, complete fail. I remember midway into his experiment of eating exclusively McDonald's for 30 days, his doctor said, you might want to stop this because you could probably die. Your markers, your blood tests are so horrible right now. Now she's just throwing anything at the wind, whatever, we didn't stick to one specific strict diet. Who's we? Were you alive in Paleolithic times? It doesn't matter what happened in Paleolithic times because we all have access to the global food supply, unless you live somewhere really weird, which I don't believe you do. So anytime someone says, well, people 100,000 years ago, what people? What part of the world? What was their climate like? What was the flora and fauna like? What were their dietary? It's different if you live in the equator as opposed to the polar regions, but that's not the case for anyone right now. We live in 2020. We have access to the global food system. Pretty much everyone has a supermarket or a bodega, some kind of food store near you where you can purchase food and purchase similar foods throughout the year for better or worse. So yeah, I don't really give any credence to what the cavemen did argument. We don't really have a clear picture of what the cavemen did. And there's no such thing, again, as the cavemen. There's people lived all over the planet, different latitudes, different geographies, different points in time. So unless you give me a specific example of some caveman you like, that'd be interesting. But most people just throw the cavemen did this thing, and they don't really know what the cavemen did. The cavemen. Like, who are these cavemen? Where do they live? Anyway. Anyway, let me change my leg position here in a second, guys. But anyway, VD, you never told me, why did you make a video about this luscious head of hair? Let me show it again. How come I was 52 at the time, born in 1967, the same year as Joe Rogan and Sean Baker. Why'd you make a video about my hair loss Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this hair. Look at this hair. It grows like a weed. How come you made a video about my hair loss and how it was directly caused by eating plants? Please tell me why you did that when you didn't make a video about Joe Rogan. Same year. He was just born 10 days after me. How come you didn't make a video about him not having a lick of hair and you didn't blame it on his diet? Or Sean Baker, born a few months before me, didn't blame it on his diet. How come I'm the one that's to, be responsible for showing the world what a 53-year-old man's hair should look like? How come I get the video? And the irony is I have a shit ton of hair, guys. I have a shit ton. Those guys don't have that much. I'm not saying they're bad people or anything. It's genetics. It has nothing to do with our diets. How come you picked on me? Just curious. You never answered that one. So let's get back to that. Instead of talking about cavemen that we do or do not know necessarily, please tell me why I am the one. You never answered that. At Plant Patrol, I did try to get Streamlabs. I downloaded it onto my Mac here, and I'm pretty good at technology, let's say, and it was unable to read any of my webcams. None. I have several webcams I tried with it. None. I mean, I could try it on another computer, but on my main computer here that I do all my streaming on, it wasn't able to read any of my webcams. Furthermore, it wasn't able to read any content from web browsers, and you guys know I frequently like to go to a web browser like this and show you guys stuff. So yeah, I did try to use Streamlabs. I tried to uninstall my version and reinstall it. I have a Mac, so I'm assuming maybe the Mac version kind of sucks compared to their older PC version of the software. Or I need to somehow just do a completely clean install. They didn't have an uninstall option. So I did try that, Plant Patrol. I spent several hours a few weeks ago going through all this and just pissed off how it can't even read a single webcam built in or attached. It's pissed me off. Then I fire up OBS and it all works fine. I fire up QuickTime, it works fine, or any of my other programs that read webcams. So anyway, I don't see an answer as to why I got a video made about me going bald. And the other guys I referred to, no videos about them, despite them being the same age and having way less hair. So I guess she doesn't have an answer for that. I'll answer for you, VD. You just tried to pick on me because I'm vegan. You have an agenda. You have an axe to grind. You're a self-admitted, former vegan who it didn't work for, failed vegan, whatever you want to call it. And because of your one example of failure as a vegan, you believe all vegans, no matter if they're eating sensibly or extreme restrictively, you believe all vegans are going to fail. And anything that happens to a vegan as far as not being positive, like they hurt themselves or something, like they break their elbow, anything that negatively happens to a person, such as even aging. Vegans I've seen on her channel are not allowed to age over time. She'll find a video of someone from like 5 years ago and one from now. Look, they look older now. Like, yeah, that's how time works, bro. That's exactly it. So vegans aren't even allowed to age. Anything that happens for the worse is attributable to a vegan diet. So yeah, my hair, if you go back to my earlier videos, my hair was thicker then. I was 44, 3, something like that when I started our channel. Yeah, hair does thin over time. I'll give you that, but it has nothing to do with being vegan. It has to do with aging into my 50s. But, you didn't care about that. You're age shaming me. It's kind of lame to age shame a person. Natural things happen as we age, and you picked on me for aging, for getting older, A, and for B, thinning hair as I age. But I still have a lot of thick hair, but you made an irresponsible, slanderous video about me just to try to improperly further your agenda. Yeah, I know. If I'm outside skateboarding and I fall down and break my elbow, it's because I'm vegan, right? My friend next to me that fell down too and broke his elbow, he gets a free pass. But, anything bad happens to a vegan, it's because of our diet. Vegans can't have anything. We just have to stay in a room and hide, but then we'll still age too, right? That's funny, Race. I think she left. I don't know. Maybe she's got other stuff to do in life. I don't know. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Or B, she just has no response other than, yeah, Ryan, I was wrong. Why don't you just say that, VD? Why don't you just be cool if you're still here and just say, Ryan, I was wrong. I really shouldn't have made that video about you losing your hair. It's completely unfair. Let's see. Oh, she's back. Any rational-minded human would leave veganism if they were losing their hair and their health was deteriorating. Well, good point. But I showed you. Any rational human would quit veganism if they're losing their hair. Well, how come that wouldn't apply to meat eaters? Joe Rogan lost his hair. Sean Baker has been losing their hair. How come those guys didn't quit their diets and become vegan? How come when a vegan naturally has his or her hair thin over time as they age, that's the result of veganism. But when Joe Rogan goes stone bald, that has nothing to do with his diet. Here's what I'm saying. How come in vegan's case, a vegan hair loss case, you can say, oh, it's veganism. And so, yeah, my hair is thinner now. I have thick hair, but compared to like 8 years ago, yeah, it's a little thinner. And that's due to veganism. But Joe Rogan, bald and still bald, and that has nothing to do with his diet. Please explain how you can cherry pick veganism as being the cause of people losing hair when people who are not vegan lose hair all the freaking time. It makes no sense. It's disingenuous, and it's not, yeah, you're saying any rational-minded person would see through such nonsense, complete bullcrap. So you're saying anyone who loses hair, no matter what diet they're on, should start questioning their diet. Well, a lot of people should be questioning non-vegan diets because a lot of non-vegans, particularly non-vegan men, lose their hair too. So that's a bull crap response. Miriam, is it hard to be vegan? Only when you have silly non-vegans saying nonsense crap like this to you that, oh my God, Ryan looks older now at 53 than he did at 45. Yeah, I've aged 8 years, and particularly aging is different in your 40s and 50s than it is in your 20s. And yeah, my hair is a little thinner now, but look at all this. I still have a shit ton of hair, guys. But, you know, you'll still have people like VD making these silly videos saying the only reason why his hair is thinner is because he's been eating plants. Well, guys born my same year, like Sean Baker and with thinning hair, and Joe Rogan with no hair, they're, you know, bald. It has nothing to do with their diets. It has to do with genetics. It has to do with genetics and aging. And if you knew anything about science rather than just slandering people, you wouldn't make nonsense videos like this. Please, again, tell me why you made a video about me losing my hair when it's completely natural for people's hair to thin and have a ton of hair. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. How can you make a video about Baker's thinning hair? If you look at videos of him when he first started social media, he had a lot more hair. He's had way worse experience with hair loss than I've had. And again, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying his diet caused it. You know, it's the same reason why my hair is thinning. It's age and genetics. So no rational answer. Let's come back and say something completely non-related. It's called distraction, gaslighting. Instead of addressing the issue at hand, the issue I have put forth here, just come back with something else that's not related in any way, shape, or form. Just some nonsensical statement, right? But anyway, I'm waiting to understand why you made a video about me. Ryan, do you dye your hair? It's rather dark for your age. It's just favorable lighting. If you watched my video where I was working out at the basketball court, the same one where VD about a month ago made a video of me with my head, my face wrinkled when I went like this. I was talking out in the sun after working out hard for a couple hours. You can see the grays in my hair. They're there in this bright sunlight. But right now in the studio lighting, yeah, my hair looks pretty good. I have to say, you can't see the flaws in it or anything like that. No, but I have dyed my hair when I was younger. I used to dye it like black, blue black, stuff like that. I bleached it out a bit too when I was younger. But no, I haven't dyed my hair since maybe 1994 or something like that, before a lot of you guys were born. In fact, me and Angie, completely natural hair colors right now. Again, I have nothing against that. I think dyed hair looks cool. You know, BTS, they have those cool dyed mops. Those look cool. Maybe I'll dye my hair at some point. I don't know if I'll dye it darker. Maybe I'll dye it like redder or something like that, just to have a different look, you know? Yeah, nothing wrong with dyeing hair. I'm just saying right now, though, you caught us both at times where our hair is fully natural. Just saying, again, I'm not making a moral judgment. I like dyed hair, but I haven't dyed my hair in, 25 years or something like that. Yeah, Graven, yeah, Angie's got a genetic thing that makes her hair silver. You know, all her mom has it, grandma had it. It's a thing, and I think it looks cool. It's called nowadays platinum blonde. She just happens to be lucky that her hair is naturally like lightened in a color that's like what a lot of females, 20-year-old females, pay a lot of big money to get. You know, platinum blonde haircut. I mean, hair dye. Oh, I displayed some brain fog there, huh? She's catching me. I said the wrong word. Uh-oh. Ah, I see. You were born in 97, Leanie. Yeah, see my hair. I dyed my hair last before you were born. Okay, so VD response. I told you she would say something completely unrelated, saying there are vegans on YouTube that wear wigs. There is no denying it. I was talking about me. I don't care if some other vegan wears a wig. It's been said that you wear a wig, but I don't really give a crap, other than I think it's kind of ironic if a person wears a wig and then makes videos about people losing their hair due to their vegan diets. I just think that it doesn't make any sense. But let's talk about me. You're talking about there are people on YouTube, there are vegans on YouTube that wear wigs. I'm not one. This is real hair, guys. It's real hair. Yanking it out here. This is the real deal here. This is my real freaking hair. So let's talk about me. Let's talk about Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan, and not some unnamed, unknown, alleged YouTuber who wears a wig. Let's talk about me. How come you made a video about me? I don't want to care. I don't even care about the videos you made about these other YouTubers. I don't even know who they are. I didn't see these videos. Let's talk about me. You got me here right now. Why'd you make a video about me going bald or losing hair on a vegan diet when I'm in my 50s and it's much more have a much more full head of hair than other guys who are meat eaters that were born my year? Please tell me why you made a video about my hair. Please. So again, I don't care about these other YouTubers who wear wigs. I don't know who they are. I don't really give a crap. I'm following my own health journey here in my life. So please. No, I don't. No, she didn't accuse me. She said there are some vegan YouTubers. I mean, I could be included in that some, but this is my real hair, guys. I mean, if you watch the video I put out last year where Angie cut my hair, I had that really long hair and we cut it on video. This is my hair. Yeah, I said nothing wrong with wigs. I'm just saying, I don't wear a wig. Yeah, I said, I don't care if you dye your hair. I might dye my hair. I told you I like how BTS looks with their dyed hair. I might get it a little more red or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. Wigs are cool too, but I just don't wear one. I've never worn wigs before, but if someone wears a wig, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not dissing wigs. I'm just saying me. This is my natural hair, so I feel like making a video about my hair being you know, not what it should be because of my diet is a little bit misleading. So we're waiting to see an answer here. But no, I don't wear a wig. But I would wear a wig. If someone gave me a cool wig to wear, I'd wear it on a video. If someone wants to send me a wig, I dig Vegan Gaines' wigs that he wears in his skits. I think they look cool on him. Okay, as long as it's vegan, Heather. I don't know. I don't wear wigs. I don't know if they're vegan or not. But someone sent me a vegan wig. You know, I'll check it out. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, nothing wrong. Yeah, great. I'm not passing judgment on guys like Joe Rogan or whoever, you know, that have less hair than I am. I'm just pointing out how VD was completely disingenuous, considering those guys were born the same year as me, Sean Baker, Joe Rogan, have way less hair than I am. But she made a video about me losing hair and saying it's all because I'm vegan, yet I have way more hair than those dudes. Yeah, I'm not passing judgment. It's all due to genetics. Has nothing to do with diet. It's my whole point. It all has to do with genetics. And to say that meat eating made Joe Rogan go bald is completely nonsense. Just like saying eating plants made Ryan lose his hair. VD, I don't care. See, she's not even answering questions. What diet besides veganism has a cult-like mentality? Maybe carnivore, but who cares? I don't have a cult-like mentality. I have a very scientific-minded mentality. I don't have a cult leader that I look up to. I just believe in the moral principles of veganism, that it's wrong. It's morally wrong to kill, harm, exploit animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. That's what veganism is. So if you call that cult-like, it's just a moral principle. Just like I believe murder is wrong. I believe rape is wrong for any purpose. Same thing, it's just a moral stance. So if you want to call it cult, that's just making crap up. So again, the issue I addressed to you that you're failing to address is, why'd you make a video about my hair, given that I have really good hair? And I blame it not on my diet, it's genetics. And maybe lifestyle has some smaller part to do with it. So please answer that rather than throwing out veganism as a cult, you know? That has nothing to do with it. That's just hearsay nonsense. Yeah, look at Plant Patrol here. He says, or she, I wish my hair, it wants his or her hair to fall out because it's so friggin' thick, and going vegan made it even thicker. See, I've heard that happen to many people, but you're not seeing VD make videos about that. Just how if you go vegan, you're gonna end up with horrible hair at 53 years old like me compared to Joe Rogan, who's 53. Oh wow, Johnny, flying to Las Vegas. Well, have fun. Assuming you're going there for fun. Thanks, Johnny, for joining us tonight. So again, VD refuses to answer my question. She refuses to answer why she made a video about my hair being so horrible, considering I'm the same age as like Joe Rogan and Baker, and blames it on my diet, and doesn't blame anything on their diet. She cannot address why she made a dumb video about my hair. And how come made another video too, like the one a month ago about me looking like this, when I made a wrinkled thing on my face, when it's so clear like 2 seconds later when I'm not doing that, or you got when it went out in the sunlight. Then I had a bunch of shots in here in this room where look at this forehead, it's fine. It's not permanently crinkled like that. It's fine. How can you make a video like, oh yeah, all your videos showed, yeah, when Ryan frowns, he makes a wrinkle on his face. But then that's probably true of what I just did right now of any human who's frowning. I can't imagine how you frown and avoid all forms of wrinkles. And I showed you made a frown wrinkle too. Why'd you make a stupid video about that? What did that prove? Please show me what that proved. That when Ryan is outside and frowning in the sunlight, he can produce a frown wrinkle for like a second or two. What does that show? How does that show an audience watching your video that veganism is a fail? That when a 53-year-old man goes in the sun and frowns, he makes a little wrinkle for a short amount of time. And then when you didn't show me in here in this room, well lit like now, I don't have a frown wrinkle. What does that prove, VD? Why did you make that video? Please answer that. What does that prove? What does that prove? That you can freeze a frame and get a wrinkle on my forehead? Please tell me. You're not going to answer it, huh, VD? I'll wait a second, but please. Yeah, you're right, Race. Let's move on. But I'll wait. If you want to answer that, VD, I really want you to answer that. What does that prove to your audience? That when Ryan goes out in the sun and frowns, he gets a little wrinkle, and then it goes away. What does that prove? Does that prove that veganism is a fail? That when you frown, you make a wrinkle? Please tell me. There you go, Humus Hero. Veganism is debunked because veganism makes you squint in the sun, especially after a pretty grueling workout of about an hour and a half or two's length. I'm tired. It's midday sun. I did frown as I talked to the camera afterwards. Yep, that debunks veganism right there. A 53-year-old man who's tired after working out in the sun frowned a little bit for a second or two. Veganism debunked. I'm just trying to point out what crap content that this VD person, whether this person here is actually them or not, I don't know, but I'm just saying what kind of crap content that is. Let's see. VD, I'm going to put you in timeout because you're not answering my questions here. Hey, Race, can you put VD in timeout? Because VD refuses to respond to my questions. It just keeps throwing more crap out here, like vegans will walk into restaurants and shout. I've never done that. I've never walked into a restaurant and shouted. Again, we're talking about me. You have me here right now. I know you're talking about vegans in the general or abstract. I don't know who these people are, and they're not sitting here right now. I'm here right now. Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan is here. So yeah, please, thank you, Race. If she's not going to answer my questions, we're not going to allow her to keep commenting here because she's here only because I'd like to question her about these stupid videos she makes about me, which are completely misleading. Yeah, I squinted in the sun for a second. Oh my God, veganism is debunked. A 53-year-old man squinted in the sun at noon. So VD, you're welcome to stay here. I'm just timing you out because you're not doing as I asked you here. You're just saying a bunch of nonsense crap, spamming the comments in essence, and you're not answering my question. So when you get untimed out, if you're still here, please just answer my question. I'm trying to be civil and polite, but I'm not going to allow you just to spew a bunch of nonsense while ignoring me here. You have Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan here. How often does that happen? So since we have me here, we will address the questions that I'm raising about your videos that you made about me. I'm Easy Vegan. Yeah, message me. Send me a message from to our website. Let me go to our website here and get the contact link. Let's see. That's our store. Let me go back to our main website, happyhealthyvegan.org, and where we go, contact. So just send me a message here, and I'll check it. If anyone wants to send me a message, VD, you want to send me a message and set up a live debate, I'd love to do that. So there we go. Let me paste the link here. Bam, here's the link. If anyone wants to reach out and contact me, do so, especially you, VD, if you're still watching. I told you, I'll have a live debate with you anytime, but you should try to answer the question asked. If I ask you, why'd you make a video about my hair? And you say, why do vegans walk into restaurants and scream? Well, didn't answer my question, and I've never walked into a restaurant and screamed. So anyway, let's see. Oh, cool. Another super chat tip there. Thank you from Already Vegan. Already Vegan says, I love being vegan. Thanks for the stream, Ryan. You're very welcome, Already Vegan. Hey, let me point something out to you guys. I forgot to mention. You guys are asking like what we've been doing. How's Angie? Ask Green Babies. We are on a new compilation. Let me show you this to you guys. You guys ever hear of Brooklyn Vegan? I'll send you the link. I'll put it right here. Brooklyn Vegan is covering this new album that Angie and I contributed to here. See our names here? Ryan Lum and Angie B of Love Spirals. It's marking the 100th birthday of Timothy Leary, and Brooklyn Vegan is has this feature on it. Let me put the link here for you guys. And yeah, it's put out by Project Records. That's our old label, and it's got a bunch of other artists you may or may not be familiar with. Some musicians like Steve Roach, Forrest Fang. And they have people doing spoken word, like narrator stuff. Here they are down here. Who's the most famous one here? Reggie Watts. He's a band leader on CBS's The Late Show with James Corden. So we got some cool people on here. I'm on 2 songs. I'm on Starseed and Sci-Fi Means High Fidelity. I should say me and Angie are on them. I contributed guitar and Angie contributed vocals. And you can get it right now on the Bandcamp page. So let me send a link I get no money from this, by the way. I got a songwriting credit or 2, like partial songwriting credit, but I get no royalties or anything like that. This is just a cool project that we got on for Project Records. So there's a link there. But I think it was really cool. What stoked me the most is that Brooklyn Vegan is is behind promoting this and selling it too. Here, see up here, Brooklyn Vegan. So I need to get in touch with them. They probably have no idea. Hopefully they know who Happy Healthy Vegan is. And if so, they might be interested to know that we're on this comp that they're promoting right now. So maybe when I get done with this live stream, I will give them a call. Yeah, Steve Roach. He's like, I haven't seen him much in a long time. Him and I were like kind of friends in the 90s. We were talking about collaborating a few times, and we never did. I think that ship has sailed already. But yeah, there's some cool musicians on here, and check it out. Timothy Leary's 100th birthday. So anyway, let's see if anything else has happened while I was talking about our compilation there. Plant Patrol. We want to know if VD got the pictures of me making strange faces. I don't know, because I don't watch her channel. So sometimes I'll be informed, hey, you should respond to this dumb video she made. So I don't know. Remember, I gave her some more content today, so let me give her a couple more. I'll take my glasses off. So here, VD, if you're still watching, you can freeze the frame. Yeah, what's the time? You still have to wear glasses because I'm vegan, I had 20/20 before I went vegan. Just kidding. So, okay, 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 40 seconds in. VD, here's your timestamp, and here you go. Here's some more material for you. So you can make up, what kind of story can we make up why Ryan looks like this? Because he's vegan, I'm doing this on purpose. I'll do this too to make a funny face. You could say that Ryan's hands are gnarled and his teeth are going crazy. because he's vegan. So there you go. That should keep you, making videos for the next couple months there, VD. So have at it. Make up some nonsense there how a vegan diet made me look like that, all right? And then make sure you show 2 seconds later how I look like this, like a normal person. Avenged Preacher. Which vegan activist do I think is most effective? Wow, I don't want to diss anyone. I really don't want to diss any activists, and I like to say, there's all kinds of activism. There's street activism, which is great. There's like slaughterhouse activism. I know activists that meet every Sunday here in downtown Los Angeles, South Los Angeles, in front of the Farmer John, which is a meat slaughterhouse anyway. And there's people like me who don't do that often, but I still like to. I like street activism. I just don't get out. I don't have like a good social circle like say like Joey or Ed have, but I like that kind of stuff too. This is my wheelhouse. Sitting here talking to you guys, making videos, debunking nonsense that people like our friend VD makes about how vegan diets wreck your health, make you go bald, and make you look like this, and all that other nonsense that she says that vegan diets do. Responding to misinformation like that, and misinformation from the larger mainstream media. So that's a form of activism, because one form of de-activism, if you want to call it that, is misinformation. Like people like your uncle, people at work, or VD sending you articles. Look, don't go vegan or quit vegan because look, it makes you look like this, or it makes you go bald like Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So I like to counter this misinformation and get the facts out there, because if their stupid content could exist out there on the internet, mine should be out there too and responding to it. So there's all different kinds, but yeah, I can't say I have a favorite vegan activist. I don't want to diss anyone. I think anyone who's working to let others know about veganism, that it's a better way, it's a moral way, it's the ethical choice to make. And it is actually a really good decision besides from the ethics for the health of our planet, whether you're junk food vegan or healthy vegan. And it's a good choice for health if you choose to eat a more healthy, whole food, plant-based, well-balanced diet. So I tip my hat to anyone who's dedicated their life, their time to this purpose. EQ, was it hard to become vegan? No, it really wasn't that hard, especially now. It was harder 10 years ago, but it got easier and easier as we learned more and as more vegan products. But you don't need vegan products. I mean, they're there. There wasn't Beyond Burgers when I went vegan or anything like that, or just egg or anything like that. But it's out there now if you need that stuff, those transition things. There was no like good vegan ice creams back then. There are now. I'm saying you can go to any restaurant almost now and order something vegan, or maybe they even have a vegan menu. So it's way easier now than ever. But I think the most most important thing, as VD likes to highlight here, is how she failed as a vegan and blames all of veganism, is to learn how to do it in a healthy, responsible manner. And there's no secret to that. It's just follow what like the vegan medical doctors, what their general consensus is. Yeah, there's a few tweaks. Some say eat a little more potatoes, some say eat a little more beans, but the bottom line is predominantly whole food plants. You can't go wrong with that. Bronx Boho, do I think supplements are necessary? Well, they weren't necessary for my first 5 years as a vegan, but I was responsibly getting my blood tested that entire time, like every 12 to 18 months, and I saw I was healthy. My doctor saw I was healthy. I was not deficient in anything. But I think in the long term, and I knew I was going to be vegan for the rest of my life, as I still am now 5 years later, I started taking a B12 supplement 5 years in. Not that I was low. 200 is deficient. I was around 400, something like that. Now I'm over 1,000. So I think supplementation, especially as you get older too, it's recommended that people that are my age just take a B12 supplement anyway, whether you're vegan or not. So I think you should take a supplement, especially B12. And if you might want to also consider omega-3s, like say ground flaxseed or an algae, which Miley Cyrus should have taken instead of eating the fish that eats the algae. If you live in a northern latitude, and this applies to vegans or non-vegans, if you're not getting a lot of sunlight, vitamin D3 supplementation might be a good idea too. I don't really supplement with D. I mean, it's in some of my one of my two supplements. I have sometimes I take those Healthy Cell squirts. I should have one right here to show you guys. It's in the fridge right now, but that has some vitamin D. But I just try to go out and get some sun. But I know I'm kind of lucky, and it's advantageous where I live to do that. But yeah, bottom line is there's not too much you have to worry about, and I didn't take any supplements for 5 years, and I was healthy that whole time, and I decided to start with B12, and then haven't looked back. Let's see. Yeah, Race, I agree. VD is a liar. She wouldn't answer my question. Here we are. Let's see. There is no healthy, responsible way to do veganism. It is a cleanse, not a long-term. Oh, that says a lot. You're projecting. I don't cleanse on a vegan diet. It sounds like you were trying to cleanse, doing some kind of like Freely or 80-10-10 cleanse or something like that. Fully Rockistina cleanse, a Ravana Juice Fast cleanse. It's not a cleanse. It's a way of eating that isn't. How is it a cleanse? All I'm doing is not eating animals, dead animal bits and their secretions. I'm eating tons of food here. Where's Keep It Carb Baby? Show me how this is a cleanse. Tell me how eating this is a cleanse, all right? Look at this here. Look, what do we got here? We got rice, we got beans, we got salsa, guacamole. How is eating rice, beans, salsa, and guacamole a cleanse? You know, not just one meal, you know? Here, how is this a cleanse? How is eating all these tacos here? How is this a cleanse? This is eating whole food plants. I mean, yeah, I guess the tacos are a tiny bit processed, but how is that a cleanse? See, you're projecting. That tells me a lot. That reveals so much how you said it's a cleanse. No, it's eating a bunch of whole food plants. And if you saw it as a cleanse, that's on you. You failed because you were looking at it as some kind of stupid cleanse, which it's not. I mean, it can be if you intentionally eat foods that are trying to be cleansing. Why do you need to cleanse for the first point? If you're using the toilet 5 times a day, it sounds like you're eating a lot of fruit, because I remember when we were doing more fruit, like in 2013, yeah, I was pooping 5 times a day. Now I'm pooping 2-3 times a day, and that's fine and healthy. My doctor never said, "Oh my God, you poop twice a day, Ryan? Your bowels are all screwed up." No, I have healthy health checkups. You know, I mean, if you're not pooping daily, that should be some cause of concern. So please don't say pooping multiple times a day is a sign of bad health. But again, you just outed yourself there. That's where you failed. You were treating it as a cleanse, and a vegan diet is not a cleanse. Again, how is eating this a cleanse? Tell me, how is this a cleanse? There's another good looking one here. See, here's some peach pie with a little slab of ice cream. How is this a cleanse, huh? Let's see. What else do we got here? There's a sandwich, lunch, breakfast. All the hearty stuff's for dinner, you know? Let me find another hearty meal here. Here, white bean poutine for you Canadians. How is this a cleanse? How is this sauce on top of French fries a cleanse? Huh, cleanse my ass. Well, maybe it is your ass if you're pooping, huh? So I'm just saying the nonsense there. See, you revealed yourself. You outed yourself how you failed. You're trying to cleanse your way as a vegan. Vegan diet is not a cleanse. It's a way of eating that doesn't involve, it's a way of living that doesn't involve harming, killing, murdering, exploiting animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. And if you're looking at it as a cleanse, you're coming as some kind of fad dieter. And no wonder why you failed, because everyone fails at fad diets. But how do you fail at eating rice, beans, potatoes, legumes? That's just what people eat. You just outed yourself. You just told us why you failed. I should make a video about this live stream, huh? I should save this one and make a video. How VD failed as a vegan, because she was trying to cleanse. Vegan diet is not trying to cleanse. You can, like I said, try to cleanse as a vegan. You could try to cleanse as a non-vegan, but that's some kind of fad thing that you're doing there. Felix, yeah, all we have right now are the ebooks of Keep It Carb Baby. That's why I have the link down here, happyhealthyvegan.org, 50% off. That's $6.50. I am considering, we have the money to press up, I think, both her new book and Keep It Carb Baby again. So I'm really thinking about pressing up more Keep It Carb Babies. You guys want to see more Keep It Carb Babies, you know, more hard copies of the book? The only thing that kind of concerns me is this, it'll be a small run, so, you know, we won't really make that much off it. Not to say I'm all about making money, but it's nice to, like, be able to pay your bills and stuff like that. But you guys, let me know if you guys want to see C.S. Presley's Up hard copy again. Okay, you want me to make a video? I'll think about making a video how VD failed as a vegan. I just have to find her comment in the chat here. Or maybe someone can screen cap it and send it to me or something. I'm not going to send her a free copy. You know, she's just going to burn it or throw it away or something like that. No, Bobby, I'm not into like wasting, you know, like how much it costs us to make this. It's over half the price of what we sell it for, over $13. We sell it for 25, so it's over $13. I'm not going to, and then mail it, that's another $7 right there. I'm not going to throw $20 down the toilet. Because you know it's not going to go over well. It's just going to like make fun of it and say this is just a bunch of crap. Look how little food they're getting or whatever nonsense. Avenged Preacher. Should vegans always avoid unethical vegan? What's an unethical vegan company? Just curious what you're talking about there. She removed all of her replies, Graven. Oh, she's afraid I was going to make a video about how she failed. She just told us right there. She was looking at veganism as a cleanse. I mean, how is eating a bunch of burritos and tacos a cleanse? How is eating poutine a cleanse? How is eating aloo gobi, matar paneer, or I mean aloo gobi a cleanse? How is eating khichdi a cleanse? That's just crazy. Yeah, I don't like those big corporations like that, Avenged, Unilever. Yeah, I try. If there's products that I want from one of their subsidiaries, I can get from another one who's not owned by such a like giant corporation like that, I will. But I stick pretty much with the whole food plan, so I don't find myself in that dilemma all that often. But you're doing the right thing. Think about voting with your dollars, because when you buy something, in essence, you're voting with that, saying, hey, I want to support this company and I want to, as much as I possibly can. It's not, you can't always do it. Veganism doesn't mean you're perfect in all decisions. I mean, perfect as far as not buying, you know, animal products or consuming them. But yeah, at least I try to vote with my dollars as best as I can and support companies that I believe in more than ones I don't agree with that much. But you can't always do that. Okay, race. Okay, she didn't delete her comments. It just, yeah, we put her in timeout because she's not addressing the questions. I'm asking her very straightforward, simple to answer questions. And instead of answering them, she made the intentional decision to just throw some other nonsense out there. No, if you're going to come here, we want to take advantage of this situation. Let's talk. Let's work it out. Let's discuss it. But if you're just going to like distract with other just unrelated things that don't relate to me, not relate to what I asked, we'll put you in timeout. When she comes back, though, we'll see if she can, you know, do what we would like to do. Just talk about it. So anyway, all right, so yeah, I agree with you, Caustic Hymn Productions. Why are we wasting our time on VD anyway? Clearly, this way of eating is healthy and sustainable. Yeah, clearly, if it weren't healthy, I would have some horrible blood tests, some horrible things you would be able to see. Like she sees these things, she sees the crinkles in my head and stuff like that for 1 millisecond. But yeah, clearly it's sustainable. It's more sustainable than animal agriculture, which is the most destructive force that we have on the planet, aside from like maybe nuclear warfare or something like that. But yeah, it's clearly the best decision that we all individually can make right now to help save our planet from too much greenhouse gas emissions being emitted into the atmosphere. Rescued Friends, yeah, my race for city council here in Long Beach ended on March 3rd on Super Tuesday. There were 7 of us running for the city council seat, District 2, and the top 2 vote getters, there were 7 of us. The top 2 vote getters are on a runoff for the November election. So I got 5th place of 7, And for me, it was over that day. It was over before I got started. I was so naive getting into it. I didn't know you needed like $100,000 to run for city council. I did really well with the $3,000 that I raised, primarily from you guys, from vegans that supported what I was doing. And I got the message out there. It wasn't like the money went to waste because I didn't win. I'm in close communications with the person who I think is going to win the race. He has my ear. We talk frequently. And when I was doing my the debates and speeches, I was making sure people were well aware of like the harms of animal agriculture and shutting down slaughterhouses, because there is a slaughterhouse in the city. So I got the message out there. So, but anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. The race is done, and I'm just a normal, regular citizen right now. Not that I ever wasn't. See, Plant Patrol, you think she's not answering because she can't answer the questions? Well, I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt. If you can answer the questions, PD, please be honest. Answer the questions I put forward. Why'd you make a video about me going bald? Why'd you make a video about me having a crinkled forehead for half a second when I'm out in the sun? Please let me know. And why'd you make them with the pretext of, or the reason being is that vegan diets wreck your health. I don't know anything about flaxseed oil, Phlox Media. I don't know any. We don't cook with oils. So yeah, you can inform me if you like flaxseed oil, but yeah, we don't really cook with oil. The only time I use oil is for popping some popcorn once in a while to coat the pan a little bit for the popcorn. But other than that, yeah, we don't really cook with oil. Yeah, Vegan Jerry, $100,000 to run for city council here in Long Beach. One of the people, Cindy Allen, if any of you guys are watching in Long Beach, she's the one that didn't even live in Long Beach. She's from another county, another city, and is trying to like pretend she lives in Long Beach. And she's a former police officer. They gave her $50,000 to her already very well-funded campaign. So she's got over $100,000 between her own fundraising and these independent expenditure accounts, which they're called, which are pretty much PACs, super PACs. Yeah, you need $100,000 either of your own funds that you've raised or just donated from your own personal wealth, which you can do. You can put in, if you're a millionaire or billionaire, you can put in $1 billion into your fund, into your campaign account if you want. But yeah, you need $100,000. Basically, if you look at the results from 1 to 7, it almost correlates perfectly with how much money was raised. The top 2 vote getters had over $100,000. The next several were in the 10 to 20,000. Me down in 5th place, 3,000. You know, and the guy down in last place didn't raise any money. So you can correlate how much you raised in campaign funds with where you're going to place in the election. It's really about having money to win. Sad, but I learned it all. It's very true, even on the local level. Do those crinkles come with dip? I guess you could try to put some dip on my forehead, huh? Let's see, Amanda is a vegan animal. You're gonna have to continue your question there. I guess you only could type in only so much into the chat there. I want to let you guys know there's 135 of you guys. If you are not getting your question across, you can always leave me a super chat tip down there, or ask it again. Or if you just leave a little tip for gratitude, that's cool too. Oh, Jim, what do we put on our popcorn? Yeah, we put on like all sorts of spices. Like even though it's not a spice technically, like nutritional yeast is something that we put all over it. Maybe some dulse. Get your iodine, some paprika, stuff like that. Just Angie gets creative, you know, with the spice rack and starts pouring stuff on it. But yeah, that's kind of the basics right there. Nutritional yeast and a bunch of spices. Okay. Hey, is someone coming at Graven Babies? Hey, if someone's, let me know, Graven. Is someone coming at you? Because Graven Babies is it doesn't need anyone like giving her a bunch of crap. So if anyone's bugging you, Graven, let me or Race know and give you a little warning right now and time you out. I don't want anyone attacking people in the comments. Okay, if you have some issue about vegans or veganism, you can ask me, ask politely, but under no circumstances attack people in the comments here. I want this to be a safe place. This is a safe place for vegans and vegetarians or just plant-based curious people to come and learn and chill and have a good time. So if someone's gonna mess up that ideal that I have, this goal which I've achieved, me and or Race will boot your ass out of here. No attacking, please. Attack me if you must, but don't attack me. Ask a relevant question. Okay, all right, so what is going on? Again, no attacking. Just if you guys are quibbling, just stop it. Race, and Graven is a friend of mine, so I don't want Graven attacked here. Please, okay, just be chill. I'm asking you, please. Extra plays. You have a vegan friend and he gets bullied 24/7 by his own parents. Yeah, that's what sucks. That's what I was saying earlier. One reason why people quit being vegan, like VD said, it's really difficult to be vegan in the long term. Yeah, if you have people bullying you about your decisions all day in your own home, yeah, that sucks. You know, if you have people making fun of you, yeah, that sucks. You know. All right, Bobby. I don't care right now who started what. Let's just let that go. Okay, I know it might be hard, but just let's take a deep breath. And it's all gone. Let's just get back to the moment here and talk about something new and more positive. Okay, it's my live stream, and I reserve the right whenever I want to. I don't exercise it all that often. Just to stop something. Let's just focus on something else. Okay, I'm running the show right now. Me and Race. Wow, Fox Isle Media, a vegan nation. That would be something. Wow. Graven, you went after VD? Like, how did you go after VD? Just curious. Oh, thanks, Laura. Thanks. Yeah, I think we look all right, for our age. Yeah, we never come out and said, "Hey, look at us. We're the best looking people," or anything like that. Yeah, I'm glad you feel sorry that someone made a video so horrible. Um, yeah, I mean, I have a few wrinkles. I mean, I have these right here, and these are really, I think, more a result of me being more overweight. I weighed, 240-ish pounds, at least in the mid 230s at my peak when I was overweight. And then, I was down to like 175 and in like 2013, something like that. Now I'm 190, 193. So yeah, I think the wrinkle lines there from the change and what my face had to endure. But yeah, I mean, it's just part of life, right? I mean, that would happen. And it happened, it happens because, I would say it happens regardless of if you're vegan or not. It's just how facial elasticity works. yeah, there's smile lines, huh? VD, no, we don't want to hear something, guys. VD, I'm asking, don't time her out, Race. VD, if you're going to talk here, it's kind of on my terms. I want you, seriously, I want to take advantage that we're both here right now, assuming that's truly you, and let's discuss the issues I made. Why, hey, you can answer one of these two questions. Why did you make a video about me losing my hair? Which I'm not. I mean, it's thinner than it was 10 years ago, but that's true of anyone. When you have guys my age who are completely bald or extremely thin hair, and you didn't blame their diets on it, but me, since I'm a vegan with all this hair, and it's a vegan diet that caused it. Secondly, you could address, why'd you make a video of me last month when I'm out in the sun after exercising for 2 hours, and I frowned, and I had some wrinkles on my forehead for a moment. You froze it, and then they're gone. And then you said, oh, those wrinkles he had in his forehead for that moment, they're there because he's a vegan, and the vegan diet is wrecking his health. And you didn't show me like 2 seconds after, or lit back here, well lit in the studio where I look perfectly fine. You didn't show that. You just found a few bad moments in time like that and said, oh, look how horrible he looks, and it's a vegan diet that caused it. Why did you make a video like that? Please tell me why did you do that? Why did you not show how I look when I'm not looking like this? Just that one moment or few moments in time. Please explain. Okay. Let's see. Kristen, are you saying that is the real VD or not? That's what I want to try to verify. Um, Okay, I see race lever linking to Barnivore. Yeah, that's a website where you can check if your wine is vegan or not. So yeah, I've used that many a time actually when out and about. It seems like they're pretty on top of things there. They have a pretty extensive database, is what I'm saying. Wow, Rita, a lot of information there. You want us to package both books together? And you're 13 plus years vegan. So and you're 67-year-old woman. So according to VD, you should be completely wrecked right now. According to her, you should be like bald and just limping along and horrible health. Let's see, try to keep it whole foods. That's what we do. Try to keep it whole foods, not every last bit of food, but yeah, minimize the process. Yes, you're doing it exactly how we're doing, Rita, and it sounds like you're doing well because that's this seems to be the pattern that works for so many people. So cool. Glad to hear that. SJ, veganism equals death? You're gonna have to explain that one because veganism does not kill things. Eating a dead animal kills a once living animal. Picking up a piece of fruit from the ground or off a tree does not kill the fruit. It does not kill the tree that produced it. You're just making nonsense up, like our friend VD often does. Anyway, I'm still waiting for VD to answer one of my two questions. No, they're not rattling my cage, Laura. I'm just taking advantage of this rare situation. This has not happened before, where we think we have the actual person here that made these nonsense videos. So I want to understand what their intention was. Why did they make such misleading videos for? Why? What did they hope to gain? I'd like to know. I think, don't you guys want to know? I'd really like to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Let's see. Kirsten, he's saying it's definitely not the real one. Go look up her channel. She made a little video to show people it's not her just now. While you've been streaming, that is how I found out you were live. Oh, okay. Well, cool. I'm glad some good came of her channel to let you know I was live. So it's not the real one. So if that is the case, what do you think we should do, Race? Should we, when she pops back up, should we give her the ban hammer more than just the timeout? Because I don't tolerate impersonation accounts here. But at least it was kind of fun to just talk about this nonsense. I usually don't spend that much time talking about such nonsense. But what do you think, Race? What should we do? I'll get your 2 cents on this. Does VD have VD? Just a question. You're going to have to ask VD that one. Let's see. Funny videos. You have two questions. First question: am I going for a haircut? I've asked Angie to give me a little trim. Maybe she will. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of could use a little haircut again. Graven is probably the real one. Lying about not being the real. Who knows anymore? These people are so they don't reveal themselves all that often. They kind of hide. Yeah. Hey, Big Squirrel Nuts, how's it going? Ooh, good question, Wujita. If it's not her, how does she know it's there, huh? Good point. Maybe someone told her someone's posing as her or something like that. Who knows? I see Hardly Tin Man is opting for the ban hammer. So, okay, Race Lover, your official positioner. I'll keep timing her out. Let VD report her. I will have her back on reporting imposters. Can't stand imposters. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, I trust you, please. All right, I look 80 years old according to SJ. All right, so 80 years old, that's pretty good. So you're saying I look 30 years younger than Joe Rogan, 30 years younger than Sean Baker? Really? Okay, I don't want anyone to kiss my ass, guys. Really, let me know if I look 30 years younger than Joe Rogan and Sean Baker. And again, I want you to be as objective as possible. Don't make me feel good. Don't lie. Be completely honest with me, guys. Do I look 30 years younger than... Because those guys are born the same year as me. So if I look 80, okay, 27 years. Do I look 27 years older than Joe Rogan and 27 years older than Sean Baker? Please let me know. Okay, you can say what you want. I just want to know, do I look about 25, 30 years older than Rogan and Baker? Okay, same age. That's not 25, 30 years. Again, you don't have to kiss my ass. I'm not going to go cry or anything like that. Do I look 25 to 30 years older than him? Yeah, funny videos. I heard you say I look 56. No one on the basketball court ever thinks I look 56, strangely. They always think I'm about 42 or something like that. 45, yeah, that happens a lot at the basketball court. When they see me dunking, they definitely don't think I'm in my 50s. All right, funny videos. You said it enough times, bro. Do we need to time you out? You said it enough times, all right? I didn't say answer a bunch of times. Just one person, one answer. Okay, so no one thinks I look 30 years older than Joe Rogan and Sean Baker. Just wanted to get an objective, try to get an objective point of view here. I don't think I look 30 years older than those bros. Let's see, Wujita, when I showed you an unbiased third-party guess, you and Angie were in our mid-40s. See, yeah, I think that's about right. I think if anything, we look at worst our age, and I think more realistic, I think we look a little younger than our age, but I don't think we look 30 years older than our age. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's just completely. Whenever someone says that, I know they're just trying to be. Yep, I think I look more like 178 funny videos. You got that right. Not 78, but 178. Okay, anyway. All right, we're cool now. We can move on to other stuff here. Let's see, Lena, you look like you're in your teens, but you're 23. See, there's so much for that vegan diet ages a person rapidly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with looking your age. Yeah, I'm not dissing that at all. I'm just saying it's ridiculous to say I look like I'm 25 years older than my age. I said at worst, I think I look about my age, and at best, a little younger than my age. Yeah, nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong, guys. I'm not age shaming anyone here, or else I'd be shaming myself, I'm not ageist in any way. Because I am, over 50, People love to age shame that. Yeah, Jim, it's how you feel, not how you look or what your driver's license says. It's how you feel, your vitality, your energy. Let's see. So, let me stretch a little bit here, guys. Okay, hour 46. I'm going to go pretty soon. What time is it? 4:43? Because I would like to still work on a video, like a studio video today. I haven't made one all week. I just had weird things happening. Yeah, if you guys are still here, let me show you. Were you guys here when I showed how, thanks. We're on, our band has contributed to this compilation. See, it's Brooklyn Vegan is promoting it, or they're doing something. They did a write-up on here. Hope have you guys heard of Brooklyn Vegan? Let me know. Lee Ronaldo, Reggie Watts, and others on a new album of Timothy Leary's words. It's out on Project Records, which is my old label, which I was on with Love Spirals Downwards in the first Love Spirals album. There's some ambient artists on here like Steve Roach, a few of you guys may have heard of. Forrest Fang. One of the songs we're on was Forrest Fang. Here we are, Ryan Lum, Angie B of Love Spirals, and yeah, they said some cool stuff about it. You can check out the songs here. And it's also on Bandcamp too. Let me give you the link here to Brooklyn Vegan if you guys want to read the write-up on there. So that's one thing we were doing. This happened really quickly. Sam emailed me. Sam Rosenthal, the owner of Project Records, Black Day for a Blue Girl, he said, hey, I want to get this out, but his birthday, it's his, Timothy Leary, the guy who popularized LSD in the 60s, it's his birthday in October, which we're at now. So it was kind of a rush project. So anyway, check it out, guys. Just see what's going on there. That's something that we were working on for a couple weeks ago pretty intensely. Angie, she contributed vocals, I contributed guitar. So that was fun. And we're working on some of our own songs right now too. Just doing a lot of music stuff right now. So I think that's one reason why the video output has been slowed down a little bit, because after all, guys, we are music makers too, as you see here, so making music. Sometimes, I'm doing way more YouTube than music right now. The music's been keeping me kind of busy. But that's cool. But yeah, I did some ambient guitar. One song, some big ambient guitar, going through some like big sustaining reverb, just holding out notes. And another one, I'm playing my nylon string guitar, kind of a bossa nova style. We're trying to go for this like 60s, early 60s, vibe kind of thing, what Timothy Leary came from in his Harvard days. So yeah, it's fun. So let's see, any more questions here? Cool. Are you guys gonna hug it out there, iBobby and Graven babies? That'd be cool. Extra plays. That's interesting. First, why is it in all caps? Since you're vegan, I hope you know you're made out of meat, lol. And therefore, you kind of forgot your conclusion. Like, and therefore, blah blah blah. So let us know what the blah 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 part is there. Extra plays. Yeah, I'm made out of meat. I'm not made out of like, plastic or whatever. I mean, where are you going with that argument? Because I don't know. I don't see it. Graven babies. Have I ever played a theremin? I've always wanted to because I always was obsessed when I was a youth in high school watching like the midnight movies. Song Remains the Same, Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page playing the theremin and stuff, on No Quarter and Whole Lot of Love. I thought that was cool. I thought I may have played it just for a second when I saw the Moog, Bob Moog, his booth at the NAMM, which is the music gear convention. I thought I checked out for a second, but no, if I did, I really don't have a distinct memory of it. I remember seeing it there for sure. Since I despise meat, don't I feel disgusted that I'm made out of meat? Like, I mean, my cat is made out of meat. My mom is made out of meat. My nephews are made out of meat and blood and bone. I don't despise them. I mean, we don't despise meat. We despise intentionally breeding into existence animals that are to be exploited and murdered for food, clothing, or any other purpose. What part of that equals my arm? You need to connect the dots there. I mean, we're against that. I mean, not against being a human being. I mean, you kind of missed something in your reasoning there. It humored me, it chuckled me, but it kind of it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not a cannibal, as Ray's Lever points out. If I was a cannibal, I might have a kind of a contradiction there, but I don't look at my nephew and want to eat him or my mom or anything like that. I'm not sure where you're getting at. Our band is Love Spirals. Let me just give you a link to our Bandcamp here. Google it here for you. Come on, there we go. Here's a link. Bam, here is our Bandcamp page. I mean, we're everywhere. We're on Apple, Spotify, Amazon streaming, all the music streaming services. But if you want to buy music, you can buy it directly from us here. And tomorrow, Bandcamp's doing one of those things. I mean, you guys heard, they've been doing this ever since March, since lockdown. It's been tough for musicians. Once a month on Fridays, all the proceeds go to the artist, excluding like the payment transaction fees, which they don't control, but the fees that they would normally take to run and fund their business, they give back to the artist. So let me put a link to our Bandcamp page here. Why Not Today is our latest song. We put it out a couple months ago. We made a music video for it too. So let me give you the link here to that, lovespirals.bandcamp.com, and you can check out our entire, let me go back to our entire discography here. We have our latest album, our full-length album, Life Goes On. In July we put out the single EP, Why Not Today, and all 4 of our albums are up here too. So yeah, check it out, and if you want to buy something, wait till midnight Pacific time, and for 24 hours, Bandcamp is dropping their fees. Who is this troll? I look so sickly and unhealthy. Like, what about me looks so sick? This guy's just trolling. He's the one that said I look like I'm 80. maybe Race Lover, SJ, if you come back and just say these stupid, ridiculous comments, if we're just gonna ban you. If you want to contribute to the discussion, that's cool. But if you just want to throw fact challenged insults at me, we're gonna ban your ass out. All right. So if you want to come back and contribute to the conversation, you're more than welcome. If you are unable or unwilling to do that, we're banishing you to the outer realms of YouTube hell. That's what Race Lover does. All right, let me get a little more water here, guys. Vegan Vegeta. I mean, we work with smaller artists too all the time. I mean, like, not every artist on this compilation is like, well known, or not to say we're super well known or anything. It's like, Steve Roach is more well known than we are. Vice, goes down. But yeah, we work with all sorts of people. In fact, we're doing a remix right now of a smaller artist who made a trance. Angie collaborated with this trance artist from Chile, I believe. About, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, and it didn't really come out right. Some label issues. Anyway, he's re-releasing it right now, and we're doing a remix of that song. So yeah, we're working on that right now too. I was working on that into the late hours last night. So we're working with all sorts of people. We're working our own songs too. We're busy. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. Let's see, Sarah, you played basketball for the first time in your life. Well, your game sucks. Well, you should suck the first time you play. If not, you're a prodigy. But you're a good shot, apparently. Height helps. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it, it sounds like, even though you had some frustration. Yeah, don't expect to be good right off the bat. But yeah, some people are more natural shooters than others. So if your shot's going in right off the bat, cool. Continue with that. Yeah. For me, shooting was not like a natural talent I had or anything like that. I mean, I had to really work at it to get where I'm at. Some people, yeah, it's just a natural thing. Who knows why? For me, that's true. A lot of like pros, not to say I'm on that level, I heard a lot of pros say they weren't natural born gifted shooters. It was something that they had to work hard on. But yeah, the thing is, yeah, you can get better. You may never be Steph Curry, but you can have a decent shot after a while. Tame Impala, my lucky day. I know the name. I cannot recall a song off the top of my head, but I've definitely heard of Tame Impala. Bronx Boho? Hey, Bronx Hobo. I'll give you a little shout out if you like a little shout out there. Awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Sergio. Yeah, we like the song we're making last night. The remix is very electronic. So like how we incorporate electronic elements. It's a full on 4 on the floor, 128 BPM like house song. So it's all full on electronics going on with organic elements like Rhodes piano, some spacious guitar, but yeah, there's analog synthesizers and drum machines, 808 kind of thing. So yeah, we're not afraid to we're not just a one-trick pony is what I'm saying. Just because a lot of songs are kind of guitar based. We've made many house songs in the past, made many like drum and bass songs, 140 BPM breakbeat songs. We experiment. D. Gibbs, this is a question people sometimes like to throw at us. Do you think you are as optimally healthy as I could be if I introduce eggs and or meat into my diet? Here's the whole thing, Gibbs. I'm already healthy. I mean, what more do I need? I'm 53 years old. I have excellent blood tests I've been putting up for since we started our channel in 2013. Going back to 2012 was my first vegan blood test. When it started being vegan in 2010. My doctors are already telling me I'm extremely healthy for my age or any age. I'm not. I said most people that come in are pre-diabetic. They're on multiple pharmaceutical medications to treat their ailments. I'm athletic, slam dunking, in my 50s. So I don't know, like what there's nothing wrong. I'm saying, what does that mean, optimally healthy? How would I be healthier? Will my blood tests look even better? Will I glow? What could happen? I'm not deficient in anything. Everything's healthy. So I don't understand this. I heard John Venus use that term too. I'm concerned about what is optimal. Like, what if you're already healthy? what else? Well, I levitate? I don't understand this. It seems like a loaded question. I'm not complaining to you, Gibbs. Don't get me wrong. I'm just expressing my frustration with this concept of optimal, because it seems like you're always chasing after something you can never achieve. Like, say you found this optimal health, whatever thing you're talking about, then you kind of wonder, can I even be more optimally healthy? It's like a never-ending quest. So you're either healthy or you're not, and I'm. By all measures, medical doctors, evaluations, blood tests, athleticism, I'm extremely healthy. I'm not sure what more there is to it. Let's see. I say, what is optimally healthy? Tell me, D. Gibbs. What is? No, I'm not defensive. I'm just going. I still don't understand the question, because I think it's a question that doesn't really make any sense. Given what I just told you, my description of how healthy I am, what is optimally healthy? How am I not optimally healthy? I'm not lacking anything, so I don't know why I would need to eat an egg or whatever you're suggesting there. I just don't understand the question. I'm extremely healthy on all objective measures. A lot of people who go vegan experience worse health. Well, you're being overly generalistic there. A lot of people who go vegan experience extremely good health, as I have, and most everyone I know that goes vegan does too, because we do it in an intelligent. I should say intelligent. I don't want to be demeaning there. It's just a form of vegan eating that you see like vegan medical doctors describing, whole food, plant-based. We're not talking about doing some kind of fad diet like cleansing or juicing or fasting or what have you. So it's okay. And a lot of non-vegans are not healthy as well. So just because you say some people go vegan and their health ain't great, I can show you 100 more people who are not vegan who have horrible health. And I was one of them. I showed my blood tests from 1999, 11 years before I went vegan. And my lipid panel sucked back then. And overall, the whole blood test from when I was 30 was way worse than my blood test when I was 50. So if you want to talk about optimal health, I have actually found the tweaks to diet and lifestyle that made me a healthier person as I aged. How many people are in better health in their 50s than their 30s? Extremely rare. No, D. Gibbs, I don't know what I mean. As healthy as I could be. What does that mean? Please tell me, what does that mean? As healthy as I could be. If my doctors are telling me, my doctors pretty much say, bro, I tell you, they kind of look at me as a physical specimen. Like, wow, I can't believe what your blood tests are like. I can't believe what kind of shape you're in. I mean, my doctors are very positive, let's say. My blood tests speak for themselves. My athleticism speaks for themselves. My energy speaks for itself. What do you mean? I don't understand. No, I don't understand what you mean by healthier. What does that mean? Tell me what that means, being healthier. I don't understand. If I'm already extremely healthy, what does healthier mean? I'm asking you. I just honestly, sincerely don't understand what that would look like. How would that be objectively measured or subjectively tested? I mean, well, I eat something off and go, oh my God, it's like, I don't understand. All right, I'm looking here. I'm trying to see the explanation. Maybe you're typing in quickly, Gibbs. So it's just, I'll wait to see this answer because I'm really curious to know what this healthier would even mean if I'm already doing well. Okay, so here's your answer. I could be healthy eating junk food. As long as I'm working out multiple hours a day. That's a huge assumption. Do you know any vegan medical doctors that recommend eat a lot of junk food, but as long as you work out every day, you'll be healthy? What makes you expect that you can out-exercise an extremely unhealthy diet? See, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe you have a different idea what health is all about. Well, I'm already healthy. I'm eating an extremely healthy diet and working out and taking care of myself. I disagree with the whole notion that you can eat a bunch of junk food, especially at my age, and out-exercise it. I don't think it works that way. But I'm saying, yeah, what you described there, I'm not making fun of. I'm saying the tweak to that diet would be to keep the exercise up, but stop over-relying on junk food and processed food and eat predominantly whole food plants. And that will produce what I would consider optimal health. So that's my answer on that. Okay, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, there are plenty of athletes that live on fast food. I know that, but just because they're a professional athlete, I mean, does that mean that they have a great lipid panel? Does it mean they're doing fine in all their vitamins and minerals on a blood panel? I'm just saying, yeah, you can have a extremely aesthetically pleasing looking physique and be able to accomplish things in sports that normal people can't. But does that mean health? No, I don't think a doctor says, I'm not going to look at your blood panels. I just look at your chest and it looks amazing, and you can play baseball. You're cool. It's more than just the physical appearances and athletic abilities. That's part of it. But it's a holistic thing. Looking good's one thing, but actually what's happening internally is a whole another matter. Yeah, Francisco, you nailed it there. Don't confuse a great physique with health. I see dudes at the gym who have great physiques, but then I see them come out to the basketball court. They can't even run down the court without huffing and puffing. Most of them. Some are able to if they work on it. But yeah, just because you have a great physique, it doesn't mean you're doing anything healthy. You could be, as soon as you leave the gym, heading outside and puffing down 6 cigarettes and then eating at Arby's. I mean, that's compatible with having that physique. The physique reveals nothing other than just some things, how it looks, but you need to see what's going on inside too. And Ono Antonio, yeah, if you want to, on this restrictive vegan diet, as a lot of the anti-vegans say, you can have vegan ice cream too. Yeah, I just wouldn't say eat it all the time or anything like that. Um, I know you said athletes. I was expanding on the idea. Someone could have a perfect body and be competing on a professional level at sports. I was actually extending your argument there, not debunking it. I'm saying someone could have the perfect physical attributes and have a junk food diet. It doesn't mean just because someone's a professional athlete even that they're healthy internally. Yeah, if they're eating a bunch of junk food, let's see how they're doing health wise internally. And then again, if since you're interested in optimal health, they could have probably a more optimal health experience by decreasing the junk food and eating more whole foods. So anyway, yeah, what is the question, Leany? Just kind of curious. Laura, no, we don't really take anything in particular like magnesium or probiotics or anything like that. One of my supplements I take every few days, the Healthy Cell gel squirts, I believe has calcium. It does have calcium. What else are you asking about there? Let's see. I can't remember if magnesium is on the list, but I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, it's something that I don't really worry too much about those. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm just my primary concern. I think most of you guys should be too. If you want to have great health, is to eat a balanced, sensible, whole food, plant-based diet. Eat till you're full. That's the most important thing. Everything else on that is icing on the cake. I don't really need to take the Lentine supplement in my smoothie. I don't have to. I did fine without it for 8 years, but I like what it does for what I'm doing. But do I need it? No. I just could get by with a B12 spray. Okay, well, hopefully I answered your question there, D. Gibbs. I just don't understand what the look of this. I'm already extremely healthy. I mean, how would I get healthier? Like, why would you assume eating an egg would do that? Why not, like, say, eating more of a certain fruit or plant would do that? Just curious. Anyway, let me get some more water here, guys. Hey, you're talking to someone who loves Indian food. We got Indian food in Keep It Car, baby. We got khichdi, we have aloo gobi. Love Indian food. Love Indian food. Man, I wish I could go out to an Indian restaurant right now, but not going to happen today. Syrah, that is awfully naughty. Cool, Laura. I'm glad you liked my answer to your question there. Again, remember, when I answer these questions, I'm not a medical doctor, nutritionist, or anything like that. I'm just sharing my experience. It's been working for me to be where I'm at 10 years now into veganism and healthy as I've ever have been in my entire life. I'm just sharing what's been working for me. The thing is, I'm not sharing with you radical, fad, trendy, or strange stuff I made up. It's what I've been learning from reading what the medical consensus is, the general scientific consensus as to what's healthy on a plant-based diet. It's eating whole food plants. That's really the best advice I can pass on to you guys. And I said, everything from there is just fine-tuning it. Barbara, yeah, you have to do your research on that. I think it can vary depending on how it's made there. Hey, Tyrone Jeff O'Reilly Ramirez. Thank you. That's quite the name there. Wow, got like 4 names. Thank you so much, Tyrone, for your super chat tip. I got to mention too, everyone who's left. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm left on the dumb window here. My bad, guys. I wasn't even looking at my screen. Anyway, I've switched back to the main camera now. What I was gonna say. If you left a super chat tip today, thank you so much, first of all. And I'm leaving shout outs. Actually, it's automated, but you can go to my Twitter account there, at Ryan Lum, and you'll see a shout out thanking you guys for your super chat tips there. So much appreciated. I'm glad you like our music and videos. That's the ultimate there. People like, our content from what we do on our 2 passions, YouTube, vegan related content, lifestyle related content, and our music, which is, goes, beyond it. I've been a musician, I've been making music since like before most of you guys were born. I only went vegan in 2010. So cool. Thank you. Oh yeah, my headphone issue, a Decibio. No, I never really figured it out exactly. I don't know. It's working fine right now. And I tried to troubleshoot it a few days ago, and it didn't make any sense. I'm really good at troubleshooting too, by the way. In fact, if you have your own music recording system, as I have and have had for a long time, you get really good at troubleshooting, and I couldn't troubleshoot it. So if it happens again next, I'm going to be on it, like a mad scientist, and try to figure out what was going on with my headphones the other day. It wasn't anything bad. I just like to know what's going on and how to fix it. If it's a loose solder, I'll resolder it. I've had these headphones, I told you guys, since the late 1980s, I may have other headphones too, but these are my favorite headphones. I use them for all sorts of stuff, so I'd like to keep them going as long as possible. I think these are made in Austria. The new ones are made in China. I'm sure the components have all changed in the decade, so I'd really like to keep these going. I don't think the new one will sound anything like my vintage one here. D Gibbs, I don't know what Leanie was saying, but I was saying, I mean, I'm vegan. I didn't come to vegan to be as healthy as possible. I want to make this abundantly clear, people. Veganism, if you look up its definition, what it's about, it doesn't say a healthy diet, the world's healthiest diet, the optimal diet for human beings. It doesn't say that. It's a moral philosophy. In fact, I don't have it here. Anyway, the definition of veganism as the vegan society defines, pretty good definition. It's a way of living which seeks to exclude as much as practicable and possible all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. Notice how in there it didn't say anything about, and it's also the healthiest diet or the most optimal diet for all humans. All right, that being said, if you want to, you can have an extremely healthy vegan diet, or if you choose to, you can have an extremely unhealthy vegan diet. The choice is yours. So there's nothing inherently healthy or unhealthy about a vegan diet. You can just eat potato chips all day, or French fries all day, or Oreos all day, or vegan ice cream all day. You can do that if you want to, and you're still vegan. Or you can have a predominantly whole food plant-based diet, which will yield much better health results than the aforementioned junk food version of vegan diet. So that's all about eating as much whole food plants as possible. So I want to make sure that our friend here who is talking about optimal health understands this point. You can have it be as healthy as you want. You can have just like a slightly whole food vegan diet. It's better than the full junk food diet. You can have a totally whole food diet. That's the other end of the scale there. I don't know how it gets much healthier than that, guys. Or you could be like Bujita and flip-flop between junk food vegan and whole food vegan. That's perfectly acceptable too. The choice is yours. The choice is yours is to be as healthy as you want to be, or as unhealthy as you want to be, or you just don't care about the health. I mean, it's a moral philosophy. Veganism is a moral philosophy. And anyone who tries to say it's a diet, it's a health food diet, it's not. It's a moral philosophy, and you could eat as unhealthily or as healthily as you want to. Choice is yours. Just don't kill the animals. That's all veganism is about. Not exploiting, harming, and killing the animals. Yep, you got that right there. Hardly Tin Man of Dawn has summed it up right there in the chat for you guys. And man, it's your choice how healthy you want it to be. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Race Lever posted, or pasted, I should say, the veganism. The Vegan Society's definition of veganism, which I've pretty much committed to memory because I've said it so many times. But there it is. Race Lever's got it there for you guys to see it in case I said it really quickly. Okay, D Gibbs, yeah, and don't make it sound like I was poking fun at you, Gibbs, or anything like that. I was just trying to tease out the answer to that question because it really frustrated me when John Venus made his videos. I don't know if you know who John Venus is. He is a bodybuilder and was a vegan for like 4 or 5 years or so, and he just recently made some video about how he's going to quit. He did quit veganism because he's trying to figure out what the most optimal diet is in the world. I just totally didn't understand what he's talking about. If you're already healthy, like by every objective measure possible, and even subjective ones like how you feel athletically, energy wise, if every measure is telling you yes, you're healthy, I didn't know what he meant optimal meant. I mean, what more would happen? So my frustration is more towards people like John Venus rather than you. It's just that that word optimal is kind of triggering me right now. It didn't trigger me as much before, but since John made those videos, I've been a little more triggered when I hear the word optimal because I just plainly don't understand. If you're already super healthy and everything's working for you, I don't understand why you need to try something else, and I just don't get it. All right, cool. I see lots of good stuff in the chat going on there. All right, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Jeez, I gotta get going pretty soon, guys. Hey, Crunchy Curly, you caught me at the end here. I'll be leaving pretty soon. I came on early today to try to get more like East Coast people and Europeans and stuff. So I got some and stuff, Europeans and stuff. No, Plant Patrol. I already have I love my headphones. Though. I love these old AKG K240s. I love them. But I have other headphones in here too. But these they're working. I want them to just keep working because I tell you, if I replaced them with the newer AKG K240s, they won't sound the same. They're made differently now. And Australians too. Yeah, I know you guys on the other side of the world there. Yeah, you guys are waking up right now. Shoot, I'm bad on Asian time. Thanks, Crunchy Curly. Much appreciated there. Thank you. Race Lever 420. I can't figure out where you're at, Race. You just doing that to tease me? Because Race Lever, our moderator, will not reveal anything about where his location is. 420. Oh, that 420. Okay. Still 420. Where are you then? You would be in the Pacific Ocean right now. Like there's not even Hawaii, but you'd be like on a boat in the ocean. I don't know. Yeah, Bobby, yeah, John Venus. Hi, Bobby. John Venus is not vegan anymore, and as Race Lever likes to say, and I tend to agree with him, it's questionable, is he really ever vegan? Because how do you just flip your morality like that? It's like, it's been argued that there's no such thing as an ex-vegan, just people that came for some reason. They didn't come for the ethical reasons. This came maybe to lose weight or get popular on social, who knows? But yeah, how do you flip your morality? Like, yeah, animal exploitation and murder is wrong. And all of a sudden one day, yeah, I'm gonna just go eat animals for the hell of it. It's just, I don't understand that. It's like, how can you be like, oh yeah, rape is wrong, and all of a sudden, yeah, I was gonna rape someone today. Why not? It's the same kind of moral flip. I just don't understand that. No such thing as halfway crooks. There's another way to describe that idea. Let's see. So any more questions before I take off here, guys? Any last questions while you got me here? And we're down to 100 people-ish now. We had like, what, 130-ish a while ago. Anything else while you guys got me here for on this live stream? Again, I want to make sure you guys know that we are, our Bandcamp page, lovespirals.bandcamp.com. And I wanted to show you guys one last time before I go, the new compilation we are on. Brooklyn Vegan has a whole write-up on it. Yes, Brooklyn Vegan. So I got to let them know, hey, there's some vegans on this compilation here. Let me link to this write-up here of the compilation about, make sure I got the name right here, what it's called. It's called Tim, Where Are You Now? And they're offering it on Bandcamp, Name Your Price. The link's all down here. So let me post the link to it. It's put out from by our old record label, Project Records, celebrating the 100th birthday of Timothy Leary, the former Harvard researcher turned LSD preacher of the late 60s, and we contributed to. Let me get back to that. My bad, guys. We contributed 2 songs here. Here's us here, Ryan Lum, Angie B of Love Spirals. We're on a song with Sam Rosenthal, a record label owner, Black Tea for a Blue Girl. Another one with Forrest Fang, kind of an ambient pianist. And we're on 2 songs here, Starseed and Sci-Fi Love Means High Fidelity. So check it out. Yeah, you might know some of these names here, like Reggie Watts, Lee Ronaldo. So some of these people are reciting poetry of Timothy Leary. So it's kind of cool, It's a cool compilation that came together quite quickly. So we were working on those 2 songs over the past month. So check it out. Let's see. Hi, Bobby. I don't think that would ever happen in any world imaginable. So it's just a thought experiment that's never going to come to fruition there. Let's see. Cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the live stream. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed, and not only subscribed, have the notification bell hit so you get these notifications when I live stream and notifications on next videos. And hopefully I'll have the energy to make another video tonight. I was hoping to make one tonight to release tomorrow, but hopefully I have enough energy. Hopefully I'll have a new one out tomorrow talking about like my 10-year vegan anniversary, and talk a little bit about that, guys. So anyway, yeah, check out that compilation. The link's down there. Let me paste it one more time in case I somehow messed up. There it is, the link to the Brooklyn Vegan write-up on the new musical compilation that we're on. So check that out. And if you want to buy it tomorrow, Bandcamp isn't taking any of their fees. So check it out then. Anyway, guys, so yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, no other new news to share with you guys. So thank you, Race, for keeping the crowd, the raucous part of our crowd, under control, and everyone else who's not giving Race and me any trouble. Thank you for joining once again. I enjoy doing these live streams with you guys. It's my way of contributing to the vegan community, the growing vegan community, and just keeping the vegan activism going here on social media. All right, guys. So thanks so much, and see you soon, guys. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. You never know. All right, bye, guys.